What happened? Well, I think we're on. Wait a second. All right, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fourever Rivals. As you can see, there was a little bit of drama there. I clicked the wrong button, and we didn't get the intro happening. But it's been a week of just things not going exactly how I had them planned. But everyone, welcome. How's everyone going, Manny?
Good evening, Rocco, Liam, Marco, to the chat. Yeah, I'm doing well, matey. Doing really, really well. Just another Wednesday evening, locked in Forever Rivals. It's good to see that the Carlton Football Club is up and running now, and they got 2 out of 2. And hopefully, I heard there might be some changes at the Essendon Football Club. We could talk about that a little bit later on. But how you going there, Liam?
Oh, mate, I'm beaming, mate. How good? We've got another win. We're off the bottom of the ladder, and we've got a coach sacked as well. We're too good. Yeah. So look, I'm pretty happy, but I'll pass it on to Mark, mate. He's probably, I don't know, mate. Tell us how we're feeling, mate.
Oh yeah, Liam. Obviously, good evening, boys. But a little bit of mixed emotions at the moment. But as we all say, we just keep moving on. So. Looking forward for the chat this evening, boys.
Well done, and yes, Liam, you're the one that were the one who got rid of Brad Scott. The Richmond Football Club will always be known as the team that finally put the last dagger into that Brad Scott and that Essendon, which is now looking probably one of the worst teams in the competition by far. Not only their last. They've got nothing to look forward to. Sorry to say, Mark. Could be one of the worst clubs in the last 100 years, sorry to say. And I'm looking forward to the jabbing we're about to give you, mate, because this is what we're all about. And just everyone, mate, Forever Rivals now is brought to you by Top Dog Liquor. They're brought to you by Lyndon Hosking. What a man. Commonwealth medalist, Olympic medalist. Who else would you want in your corner? Thank you very much, Lyndon Hosking. And make sure you get down there. He's all over in the country and that. But we'll be down at his pub next in 2 weeks' time. And we're going to be doing something. So everyone get down to Top Dog Liquor. I just want to say thanks to everyone joining in. Oh, Bomber Pete was in early. Right, he's finally happy that Scott is completely gone, mate. So thank you. Go to Mighty Blues with Sammy Taylor. Of course, the Blues are back. You know that. You know the Blues are back. You know we're back, mate. We are playing some great football, and we're ready to take on the competition now, mate. I'm telling you now, finals is not out of the question now for the Blues. We could be all the way back, mate. The way we play football. Everyone, watch it. Watch out for the Mighty Blue. Peter, of course, we've got Peter Bluebag, Agenda 1864, one of my great friends who's been a great support to me in the last week. Thank you. 4 winners and 1 loser. That's you, Mark. You're the loser. Sorry to say, very bad. And I hope you're going to eat your chili tonight because that was the bet, mate. No. Me
and Liam had a bet, mate. I think the bet, Liam, you agreed upon it that one of us was going to sing the theme song. Is that correct?
All right, Liam? I'll take that. I'll take that every day of the week, mate. I'll take that.
That's all right. I'm just happy.
Did you agree upon that? Because you said to me, Mark, I don't want to eat chilies. I don't want to eat the chili.
Yeah, no, mate. Yeah, you sing your song. You said you like chilies. I hate them.
I'm happy with that. To tell you the truth, I'd rather eat fucking 10 chilies than sing one of your songs, man. So if that's what you want to do, you can do it.
Tough luck to Marco, mate. I didn't think I was going to get a win against you guys this year. So
No, you absolutely finished them off,
I'm gonna
man.
take it while I can.
Evening, Rocco. Rocco Moro, one of the great people from Perth, him and his whole family. Thank you very much. I don't need to fucking thank you very much to Franklin, Team Rocco. Love you, brother. Love you, brother. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Adam Baggers, big show for Marco. Only loser, sack coach. It's going to be a big show, and it's all going to be about, there'll be a lot of talk about it. Yes, Matula, our favorite girl, she says a hot chili, but we're going to get better tonight, mate. He's going to sing the song. Forget about the chili. It's all about the theme song. I can't wait to hear the theme song, man. This is going to be fantastic. Lou Felino, hope you're right. No, I'm absolutely fine, man. And all your well wishes and that have absolutely lifted my spirits this week. So thanks, everyone. Who else have we got here before we move on? Bocheck, grocery tip for the week, Muscle Nation, Chock Honey. Oh, I don't know why, but that's what he's doing. And the great Bocheck is in the background, man. Thank you to my great brother out there. What our Oz is one of our favourites. Essendon was the only rival to lose this week. State the obvious. That is the obvious. That is the obvious. It's a bad day. What have we got here? We got some. It looks like we've got another one. Same old bads. Brad Scott screwed over North Melbourne, then Essendon. It is true, man. This bloke is just screwing. That's what he's on this earth for, by it looks like. Just go around screwing teams, mate. I'm looking forward to talking. Hit the like button, of course, to Jacana. Thank you very much. Rob Galicchio, what did he say? Bo, well spoken last night. Yep, Bo was the champion last night. Manny. Now, we were going to talk about this. Let's mention it. Manny with the drive-through headset. You look like you're in a drive-through, mate. I'll take, give me a Big Mac, some fries, and give me a chocolate sundae, Manny. How's that sound?
Let me look, mate. I don't think we've got a Big Mac on the menu. We've got a McFat. Would that sit now?
Yeah, that's definitely exactly what I am. McFat. That's the last thing I need.
I've decided to use this headset because a couple of people said to me a couple of weeks ago, even last week, that they couldn't hear me too well. I don't know how that works because I've got a very audible voice. So I thought I'd try these out. These actually have come off a friend of mine who flies Cessnas. So I think I should be coming through very crisp today.
Do you believe it? The bloke thinks he's a pilot now. Check him out.
No.
Like, he's always got to fucking take next level, man. You make everyone sick, man. Like,
Listen,
now you think you're a pilot.
The only person, believe it or not, I want to give people out there the DJ vibes, the old 80s DJ vibes. Yeah,
I want to hear it. I want to hear it. And you know what? All you got to worry about is, first of all, your shit club who just got over West Coast. That's the first thing. And the second thing you got to worry about is make sure you make us laugh, because you've been very disappointing. Last week you weren't prepared. This week I hope you're prepared.
I thought last week I do want to sort of finish off with a
I completely understand. You're going to make up for it. You better fucking make up for it.
I certainly will. There's no doubt about that. There will be a joke at the end of the show. And thank you, Matula. Yes, I like to believe that. Okay, everybody, welcome. Let's get to the beat.
You know what? Sometimes I don't feel like laughing, but you just do it to me every fucking time, man. Thank you, Lone Wolf. He's been a great support. I want to say, Lone Wolf, his message and all that. You are a great man. Hey, Rocco, I think it's time to update the S and the potato spud to the wooden spoons. Yes.
I told you.
I've actually got something for Mark here. And
see, mate, that spoon, mate. I told you it's not mine. I'm not keeping it.
So we'll just be handing that over to Marco. It's a nice big fucking spoon, and that's what it is. Look at this. Look at that. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what you need, mate. We'll be doing that. So and the great Scotty Tompkins, one of my brothers here, has Mark been on peptides, looking good. There you go, mate. You're getting a bit of confidence. You're looking good, man. So, man, these comments are fantastic, man. No need what's this one? No need, send Scott to Collingwood. Yeah, that would be a good way to like stuff up 2 teams at once, I reckon. What else we got? That's it. So everyone else, look, I'll be getting through chats, man. We got a big audience. Make sure you push the like button. But you know what? We're here for this. Fourever Footy, thanks to Top Dog Liquor, mate. Great fucking support, man. We are here, and there's only one thing we can talk about here, and it's this. Fourever News.
Gee, that's a great.
Hey, mate, Fourever News. We are the trendsetters here, mate. We're bringing it out, and we're going to have a bit of a chat about this bloke. And I just want to, well, you know what? Let's just hand it over to Marco. Big week for you.
Hey,
Yes,
hey, Mark, before you say anything, Mark, before you start telling us, the sad story of the Essendon Football Club, that photo is quite fitting. If you look at it, he looks like a sack of potatoes. A sack of potato that's been sacked. Look at him. He literally looks like a sack of potato. Look at him. Absolutely. I tell you what. Well, that's right. That's that wraps up the Collingwood Football Club, and that's back to you now, Mark.
Yeah,
You know, all I've got to say about this is
Great success.
Great success. Great to get. Now, before you go, I'm handing it over to you. I'm going to announce it. Here we go. Mark's about to talk about his shit club.
Come and listen to the idiot. Hey, everybody, the idiot's on.
Let's go. The stage is yours, man. I had my stage 2 weeks ago. The stage is yours.
Look, I mean, there's no surprises there, Rocco. But Manny, you were pretty much spot on. He does look like a bit of a spud, doesn't he, mate? And to be quite honest with you, mate, Carlton are looking for a coach, so I reckon you'll suit quite well at the Carlton Football Club, mate. So there we go with the spuds. But look, I don't think there was any surprises, was there? I pretty much predicted it a few weeks ago that if we didn't beat either Richmond, Carlton, or West Coast in the next coming weeks, it was going to happen. So to me, there's no surprises. I truly believe it had to come. One game in 25. To win one game in 25, I don't think, regardless of what kind of a coach you are, how good you are as a coach, at the end of the day, if you only have one win on the board out of 25, you haven't got a job. Look, I mean, I couldn't see any changes. I really couldn't see any game plan. I couldn't see any changes with him. You could see that the leaders weren't playing for him in some ways, and he had to go. So I'm pretty happy that this has happened, and it's probably come at the right time. I don't think we were going to be able to persist with this any longer, because as you probably noticed, the last 12 months or so we've been playing pretty shit football. So to me personally, I think it was the right decision. And moving forward, I think as a club, I don't think we're going to be getting any worse than what we are at the moment. So we can only move forward from here. And I can 100% believe that this club will become stronger again. And it's just a pity. Unfortunately, he still had another 2 years, I think, or a year and a half left in the contract. Money's not an issue. Essendon will pay him out. But yeah, I think it was time to go. And there's obviously some followers there that wanted him to stay, but majority of our supporter base, as you can see along the media there, it was pretty obvious that we wanted him to go. So you got to listen to your supporters, and I think they've made that right decision. And hopefully he continues his coaching career towards maybe Carlton or maybe Richmond in the next coming years.
That's not going to happen, right? So you keep chucking us in, man. We're not that stupid. Essendon are the type that would get Voss. That's how dumb you guys are, because you are actually considering, and even the talk I've heard to come back is astonishing, man. I am shocked that his name is even mentioned. Not only that he dragged your club down and he was the head of it, The second part is he hasn't coached for 10 years. Like, if you want him as far as bring him back as some sort of mentor or whatever you want to do, but to even talk about him as a coach, I hope you do, because that'll set you back another 10 years, man. Because this game has moved so far in the last 10 or 12 years, right? It's not the game it was then. And we probably got caught in that trap with Michael Voss. Mate, it's time to move on. But what's your thoughts on actually James Hird?
On James Hird? Well, look, to be honest, I actually follow James Hird. So to me, he'd be great coming back to the Essendon Football Club
As senior coach?
As senior coach, yeah. You know what? You know, he's got things to accomplish at this club, and I would give him my blessing to come to the Essendon Football Club and coach this young team. And as you were referring to, Rocco, by saying that you know he hasn't coached. Well, at the end of the day, we haven't got really an experienced side, so let them all come together as a young side, as a coach as well. And I truly believe he is Essendon through and through. His grandfather played for Essendon. His father played for Essendon. He's won Brownlows. He's best and fairest, grand finals, inspirational.
So what? So what?
Yeah,
so
well,
what?
He's
so what? So what that his grandfather played? So what?
Me, at this stage, we need somebody to come back. That's part of
you need a good coach.
That's what I believe. He's a
all right. So just tell me this before I pass you on to the boys, right? And of course you can have your opinion. And some people, like most of the media, have said it's a crazy idea, and I don't even think he wants to do it. So for you to even talk about it, it shows how demented the Essendon people are. Like you're not thinking straight in my eyes, right? You say you got a young side, and what? So you get someone who hasn't been in a coaching role for 12 years to go in, and all of a sudden, that was his problem the first time. That was Voss's problem the first time when he went to fucking thing. They chucked him in there because of his name. I hope they do it, because I really want to see Essendon at the bottom of the ladder for the rest of my life. Let's be honest. But it's fascinating to me. Essendon needs a case study on Essendon, because after everything that's happened, right, you turn around, and not just you, many people have been saying it, have turned around and gone to James Hird. And without even considering to do a proper look out there and get people out there and to do this right, to see who's out there, the first thing you do, right, is go James Hird. It's just fascinating. And you...
Well, I mean, they're going to go through the process, Rock. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen. You're asking me my opinion, and I'm following James Hird. I would want James Hird to coach the Essendon Football Club. Whether that prevails or not, that's up to the club. But I can surely, promise you in this case that I think he'll have a lot of support around him as assistant coaches and so forth. And he has got a lot of supporters. Okay, 60%.
So what?
Well, you're referring to the other teams, the other supporters from other clubs are all saying, oh, yeah, bring James Hird back. It's going to set you back 10 years. All right. Maybe you guys are actually a little bit concerned and worried that if he does jump on board, he might turn his club around.
You think I'm worried about James Hird? Really?
And that's what you're worried about.
No. Don't you ever tell me what
worried
I
about
think.
Essendon.
Don't you ever tell me what I think. I'm telling you right now, right? I don't think that. You think I'm worried, because if you think that bringing in one coach, if you think bringing in one coach fix all your problems, I am so wrapped. I'm so fucking wrapped that you're going to fucking fall behind. Bring in James Hird, and you know who should be your assistant? Fucking bring in Kevin Sheedy. I want you to bring in Kevin Sheedy and Fig as your two coaches. Thank you very much. I'm
pretty sure Kevin Sheedy will jump on board and mentor James Hird, like a lot more of a lot of the old players and that have been with James Hird for a long time. They're all supporting him. 60% of us supporters are going with James Hird.
60% of your supporters are dead shit.
That number from? Where's that number from?
I know. Where did you get 60%?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know there was a talk back on the radio, and majority, just over 50%, was saying to bring James Hird back.
Well, now
So-
it's over 50.
What majority? Who's voting on this? Did you vote in this?
No, it was on a talk back radio, like I was saying
Did
about
anyone
James
can
Hird.
make up a number and say, "Oh, yeah, it's
Well, mate, this is what you're listening to. I mean, how are you going to get proof of anything at the end of the day?
So
what
you're
I'm
saying on a talkback radio, let's say it was Free AW, right? They had 20 callers,
Yeah.
right?
It's a
And
percentage.
you're gonna get 20 Essendon people on there, right?
Yes,
Who are
yes.
nuffies like you, right? That's where you got your stats. 60% you got it from a radio talkback show.
Well, that's a percentage. That's a percentage. If you've got 100
I know,
people on the
it's a
talkback
percentage.
radio, if you've got 100 people, then you've got 60 people.
And that's how
agreeing
you
with
would
that.
make your decision.
No.
You should get
Well,
those
it's
people to
showing
pick
you.
your coach.
It's just showing you. It's not telling you that no one wants James Hird, does it? No, more people are saying that they do want James Hird. The other
Only
supporters,
more people of someone who rang up a radio station. That's all. That's not more people. You threw away, and mate, Liam, you picked that up. That was brilliantly. That's why you're going to be a great journalist or commentator, whatever you're going to do one day. Where did you get 60%? Anyway, I'll pass it on to Mark. Manny, have you got a question for him?
Well, look, I've got a very big question, Rocco, and that is that obviously, desperate times, desperate measures, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's at the end of the day, we're so desperate for something. So let's just sit here and say, let's use Hird. Let's bring him in again. I don't understand. Obviously, the Essendon Football Club suffer from long-term and short-term memories. Maybe they need to consult with my father, who suffers from dementia, the poor bugger, and get these people to maybe consult with him, but maybe they could join him, because if I'm not mistaken, you guys were using the excuse that you guys have fallen behind and you've almost gone backwards 10 years because of James Hird, who was heavily involved with the drug scandal. Oh, how fitting is that? You know what? We're going to forget about that. You've fucked the team. You've ruined the whole situation. But you know what? We're so desperate right now. We'll bring James Hird back. And you know what? And this is the patheticness that exists with the Essendon Football Club, that they can't grow some balls and say, you know what? We've been a failure for the last 15, 20 years. 25 years, right? So you know what? Maybe we need to change. Let's rip this book. Let's get rid of this book and let's start a fresh chapter. Look, a fresh chapter. Something like this, where you're going to say, dear Danny, we need to find someone who's not going to be stuffing the Essendon Football Club. But we don't want to put James Hird in there because we know what James Hird is. So I want to know what mental instability exists in that club, thinking that the way to go is to bring the druggie back. Please explain.
You're jumping into frigging conclusions here, mate. All you guys are all just jumping in is like he's already fucking the coach. All right?
What we asked is...
You want to ask me questions about something? I'm responding to the question. Now, all you're doing is saying an accusation that you're saying that James Hird is going to coach the Essendon Football Club.
Well, James Hird turned around and said...
James Hird turned around.
Yeah, but James... Yeah, he turned around and said... that I want... He goes, I'm a deep down Essendon player. My grandfather, my father, and all that bullshit. Well, if you were so concerned that your father and grandfather, and you were concerned about the reputation of the club, you wouldn't have fucked up with the drugs, yeah? So put that bullshit aside for a moment, right? Put that bullshit aside for a moment. Now, he turned around and said, I want the club to do the right thing and find the right person, right? But then he turned around and he said, however, if they want to and they feel that they want me to take over this job, I'll be more than happy to. Well, you know what? They should say, no, we're not going to give you that position. You want to be part of the club? Be part of the club. Come in there, support the club financially. You want to do this, you want to do that. You want to give some bright ideas. Okay. Of course, no drugs, Hirdy. You will be drug tested, and we'll have to do a drug search on you every time you enter the building, and do it that way. All right. But He turned around and said, if, and this is the bullshit. This is like when people go for a job interview and they've already chosen who they want. But you know what? Let's go through the formality, the bullshit. But we're already going to, I guarantee you, they're going to bring Herd back because Herd wants to try and prove a point that, you know what, I did the wrong thing. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to try and, you know, and you honestly believe that you guys are going to turn things around and win flags. Mate, start winning games first. Yeah. Then you can talk about flags. And you sit there talking to Rocco, who Rocco was saying from the start of the year, get rid of us, get rid of us, get rid of us. They got rid of us. Now they've got 2 out of 2. Now they're playing against Geelong, and Geelong hates playing against Carlton. This could be 3 out of 3, you know? And I can tell you right now, it's not a big statement to believe that Carlton Football Club may be in there with a chance to play that second chance, you know, that 10th position, because it's going to be there. It's going to be there.
And I think statistically we can make the finals too, Manny. So here we go. But
statistically,
statistically we can make the finals too. So whatever you're referring to, Carlton making finals, we can make finals as well. Even Richmond.
Where you guys are at the moment.
Until
where you guys at the moment.
Until statistically we cannot make the finals, that's when I'll say we won't make the finals.
That's just ridiculous. But anyway, I just want to before you answer that, Mark, I just want to say something. Don't put words in our mouth. None of us ever said that we've already put her in the. What I did was I asked you a question.
Correct.
And you're the one that said you wanted him, and then we went at you what we think. We never are talking like he's the coach. We are talking about you and all of yous wanting him. The only question I want to know is why you would want him, and you answered that. Your answer was not his ability, right? Not what he hasn't done for the last 10 years. Your answer was he's a great Essendon man. His grandfather played. He's won the Brownlow. He's whatever he's done. I don't give a fuck. He's won this. He's won that. That was your thing. I hope that that's the process that Essendon go through. And I hope they do that. I hope they do that. Because I tell you what, I would be disgusted if my team, anyone ever come out and said shit like that. I would be disgusted. Because I tell you now about our club, we've won 2. Don't think we're going over the top here. We know exactly where we're at. We know it's a sugar hit, right? But I want them to go for a full fucking process, man. I don't want to get Stephen Kernahan at the club because he was one of our greatest. You know, I don't want that. I want the best person. What I'm saying is, yous are something is wrong that yous have just gone. This is the worst week of Essendon for this week, like it was for us a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, no one wants their coach to disappear. You know you're in shit, and your first thing was go to Herd. You should say, mate, I don't care about Herd at the moment. I care about getting the best person, not the best person available. Remember, the best person, and you've gone to Herd. I hope that your club's thinking like that. It's great.
You know, at the end of the day, Rocco, it's all media, you know, all speculations as well. Because that, you know, look, we knew straight away the minute Scott was sacked, the name Herd was going to come up, mate.
100%.
It's all about bringing it, you know, overboard. But for him to say that he's interested in the position, I'm a believer of James Herd. That's all there is to it, mate. That's what I believe. I believe that I think he would make a difference to the club. Okay, and he'll have support behind him. And I know for a fact that there are supporters out there that would support him. So
I actually think that's irresponsible by him.
You look at it and say new chapter. Well, the new chapter was with Scott, and that hasn't worked. So regardless of which coach comes,
you start another one.
Regardless if even Carlton go out and grab another coach next year and that doesn't work, well, then there's another 5 years gone. So, you know,
exactly right. If you get it wrong,
what have we got to lose in the way? At the end of the day, we know that is the aura of the Essendon Football Club. He's passionate.
So what?
Well, that's what. How low can we go, Rocco? It's not like
you can go lower. You can keep getting wooden spoons.
Seriously.
What do you mean? How low can you go?
Seriously.
Yeah. You can keep getting it. It could never end.
Can't go any lower than that, mate.
You're talking about he's got aura. This is blowing my mind. I actually thought you were going to come on and be. He's got aura. Is that how we pick a coach?
I believe in him. I'm a believer of him, and I just feel that there's something there that he needs to finish and accomplish in his life. And I think the best thing to do is for him to come back on board and coach the club. That's what my belief is, and I'm there to support him.
Nice.
So most people might not agree. Most other club supporters won't agree, but I can guarantee you, if there was a vote count, I'm pretty sure that it'll be close to over 50%.
Right.
I don't know where you get this number.
There's never going to be 100%. There's never going to be 80%, regardless of how many coaches there are out there that want
I don't know where you get this number from. 50%. Like, where did you get this number? What survey did you guys do in 2 days that you know that 50% of the supporters are in favour? I don't know. I don't know why you're talking like that.
Well, what do you mean?
I believe 50%.
That's what I was listening to. That's what I was listening to, mate. That's what I was heard. That's what I was told.
That's not how you do a survey. Most of those people were ringing up were trolls.
Well, I'll tell you.
Hollywood account
Let me give you 100%. 100%. Right. I did a survey with Rocco and with Liam and myself, and all three of us agree that Essendon's going to win the wooden spoon this year, and that's 100%. Yeah, that's 100%, and that's three people. That's 100%. Now, how can three people? Hang on. How can three people? Because if we ask you, I guarantee you're going to say no way, and then all of a sudden that 100% drops to 75%. So why would I sit there and think I'll ask you when I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to get 100%? So the moral of the story is, if you ask 50 Essendon supporters, they're all going to agree with you. But if you're going to ask people that
I don't give two shits about the other fucking supporters, man. I don't give two shits.
But what I'm saying is, you've got to look at it logically. Why would you want to bring in Herd? You want to bring in Herd? I don't understand why. You're going backwards again.
Well, I do.
You already went backwards. But that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. You're the one who said you said last year on the show that you're upset that people keep throwing in your face the drug scandal. In your face, the drug scandal.
Innocent until proven guilty.
And now, what do you mean? He was proven guilty. He got suspension, 12 months suspension by ASADA. Okay.
That's ridiculous when you say that. He was suspended. What do you mean he was? Seriously, bro.
He was suspended for 12 months. Okay. Now,
look, most of these other clubs would have been on the same shit as well.
Come on, man. That is the poorest answer I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. Not only did you say that he wasn't guilty when he was, right? Not only that, then you start throwing other clubs in it. That is one of the poorest things I've heard on this show.
Surprise me, what
What's that got to do with your guilty? That's like saying you get caught for speeding and you go, oh, but what about everyone else? Mate, how about you take responsibility?
Yeah.
How about you do that? That's the first thing you do. And Manny's 100% right. You bring her back to that club, that drug saga never goes away. It never goes away. You're not moving away from it. And I am so happy. Anyway,
but then you've got to look at it in another way too, Rocco. What if we do choose another coach? Do you think that Herd is going to keep lingering on? It's going to keep lingering on.
No, because you'll have a new coach and everyone will forget about Herd being a thing.
Well, that hasn't happened, has it?
No, it hasn't happened because you went and put his name up again. That's why it hasn't happened.
Well, they didn't really put his name on.
You know how you stop it? I'll tell you how you stop it. You move forward, right? You take responsibility and you go forward now in trying to do the best for this club. Not by what you're doing now. That's how you do it. You've just brought it all back. And because remember, you are probably what most supporters think like, the Essendon supporters, right?
Yeah.
And this is why you're so backwards, because you keep going, you keep bringing back Herd, you keep trying to defend the undefendable, and you're just still on the bottom of the ladder. Bro, it's time to move on, mate. It's time to move on, mate.
Yeah, you're all in denial. You're all in denial.
Liam, did you have something?
Oh, look, do you know what? I think you boys have covered it off. I'm really glad that you have. Yeah, look, Herd coming back, it's not a good idea, Mark. I'm really sorry. I understand that you like the legacy story, and he's got. But the reality is, the last thing that he did with the club was terrible, and it stuffed you up big time. And as Manny just said, if you bring him back, that's going to be the forefront of your mind every single time. To be honest, I'd even go a step further and ask: Did the AFL actually want this guy to come back and coach an AFL team after what he did? Like they got no choice. We don't want drugs.
They got no choice.
Game. But we're going to come back and bring someone
got
back
no choice.
Endorses.
I don't care because as far as the AFL's concerned, the AFL say as far as we're concerned, he's done his 12-month suspension. That was the penalty, and we move on. But the club,
I disagree with them on that.
What's the club doing?
I do with most things that the AFL does.
I think the AFL. I think the AFL would have a say. If they know that it's going to wreck their brand, trust me, they will get involved. I'm not saying they have or they will. I'm just saying, right? They would get involved. Trust me. They do not fuck around about this. How about this one here? They should convince Lloyd to coach instead of Herd, right? I'd rather have Lloyd.
Jump on board.
Lloyd, he said he's not interested, unfortunately.
He's doing too well in the media. He's not going to go and ruin his reputation by coaching a bunch of derelicts like that. There's no chance. All right, let's get serious. Rocco's right, Mark. It just reopens a wound. It does, man. I don't understand why you want to keep reopening this wound, man.
Oh, just one more thing for Mark. I got a real statistic that I've just Googled and found in a few sources, so this isn't a made-up number. James Herd's coaching record in 85 games, 41 wins, 43 losses, and a draw. So that's less than 50%.
He's not even at 50%.
I do want to ask Mark, just if you can think.
And that's with taking drugs.
Yeah, I just want to ask Mark, from what you saw of him as a coach back in the day, do you think are you picking him because you think he's the right person to rebuild the club, or do you think that he's actually a good coach?
I believe he's a good coach. I seriously believe he's a good coach. Well, I just think he'll have those communication skills. I think he'll be good for the young kids. He's been out of the game for 10 years, don't get me wrong, but he has been in and out of coaching, and, he'll keep up with the game, mate. He's a smart bloke, mate. So I just truly believe that it won't take him long to get back into the gear, mate. So just watch this space.
I think he did a stint with the GWS.
That statistic there, 48%. A lot of those losses were towards the start towards the start of his coaching career, that he lost a few games, but towards the end of his coaching career, Essendon at that stage were very close to, making finals continuously for the next 3 or 4 years with the players that they had.
You can't say that, Mark. How can you say they were very close? He had a 45% winning rate, right? Yeah. If anything, the only chance he played one final and Carlton smashed them, absolutely put him and fucking pulverated him, right? And then the only other time he would have just made 8th spot, if anything. And from that statistic, you've turned around, right, and said, "Oh, we were at the cusp of making finals." How can you say that?
Yeah, seriously, I do believe that. I do believe that with the players that
what you believe. How can you say that?
I am saying that.
Nowhere near it. I
believe that 3 years in the coaching, he only coached for 3 years, so you've got to give him credit there, right? So 3 years coaching, the first couple of years, you could see that he was building his side.
He got smashed in the finals, bro. Smashed. There was 60.
Well, we can talk about 1 or 2 games that they might have gotten beaten, but I could just see
most important
in the future, if he was still coaching the next 2 or 3 years
after that. How do you know that?
Well, that's what I don't know. Well, Rocco,
in the future, I'm going to fucking be.
I believe that if James Herd was still coaching, regardless of all the bullshit accusations that were that come out.
Not bullshit, man. I won't let you say they're bullshit. They weren't bullshit. They were facts.
Would have been top four for a few years after that. So that's what I believe. Obviously, the drug saga has affected the Essendon Football Club the last 20 years, I believe, and I always had said that this is going to affect our club, and it has. And the
supporters, because you're all delusional.
Well, we're all
You're all
delusional,
good.
man. Yeah, we're all
Aye.
delusional. But at the end of the day, we still got our membership. We're all still there. We still got our supporter base. All right, we might not be attending to the games at the moment. Don't get me wrong, but you know, we've still got just as much money as what these Collingwood this Collingwood club in Richmond and Carlton have got.
So what? So what?
You know, we're not going down the drain, mate. We just need to be.
No one's going to go down the drain. No one's going to go. No club will ever go down the drain again. They top up.
Yep.
But they top up. They don't give a fuck. What do you think, like GWS and all that? They get topped up by the AFL every year. They don't give a shit. You reckon they've got, what, 30, 40,000 members? You reckon they give a shit? Don't worry about money. Is this what we're worried about? Worry about getting a good person on your side, man. I can't believe the best statement of the night. Sorry, Mark. Sorry we're having a go at you, but you just give us gold. We were going to be a top 4 side for years to come. That's how delusional they were. Before you go on, I do have to get to these. First of all, Lone Wolf, and if you keep looking back, you'll never go forward, Mark. And that's fucking 100%, bro. The other one, I don't want to miss these, so let's just get this one. Shame. Oh, sorry. All right, $5. You know, I don't want to keep bringing this up, but I do appreciate the support. Shame on the mainstream media, all brought and paid for. Good to see you back, Rocco. Long live the jumper punch. Thank you so much. And it's because of people like you that we are still going, man. We've got 106 people in here, man. No one's left us. And we truly appreciate that you give us a platform so we can have our say. And Mark can come up with statements of, we were top 4 side.
That is how we were. So you
you're
putting words into my mouth, Rocco.
You said that in that era you were potentially going to be a top 4 side.
Yeah, in that era, I truly believe with the players that we had on board, we lost a lot of good players, mate. Carlisle, Monfries, mate. We could just keep on going.
Monfries was getting to the end of his career. Monfries, was that your?
They all went to other clubs, mate. They all went to other clubs, all right. But
and what did Monfries do after that? What did he do?
Well, you know, that was the team that we
took
had.
One good mark in his life, bro. That's how you know.
That was the team that we had that potentially I could see us getting towards the top 4. So what do you want to believe, Rocco?
But you couldn't do it. In your 3 years, he had a 46% win rate, right? And part of that was because you were cheating in drugs. So how can you even say that, man? Whatever. Any other questions about this? Because now I want to ask you, forget about the coach because it's just ridiculous. Have you got something, Liam? Sorry.
I wanted to chat about something a little different on the coach thing. That the coach who's just departed, Brad Scott, he did an interview last night and spoke about one that we've chatted about here, the Zach Merritt trade. And his comments on that were pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys caught it, but
I did catch it. But
he spoke about it and he said that he thought it was the best idea for Zach to leave and be traded, and that it was the people above him in the board that made the decision. They took the hands out of the coach's decision. So, Mark, I ask you, do you think the board has too much involvement? And then just the bigger question is, what do you, in general for everyone, sorry, the bigger question for everyone is, what do you guys think about a coach whose actually job is to build his list and his players, not getting the decision over that? I think that's pretty poor. I should have wrote this.
A good point there. Actually, that's a good point, Mark. He did say that he was like overridden on his decision, so he didn't have the support of the board. And that, what do you say about that?
Oh, look, I mean, he's going to say whatever he needs to say now, mate. He's not part of the club anymore. But
you reckon he was lying?
Well, I don't know, mate. At the end of the day, look, you know, it's his word against theirs, mate. So, you know, from what I've just gathered, they had a bit of a conversation to Zach Merritt about James Hird coming back, and he seemed to be looking forward to possibly even getting Jimmy back on board. You just don't know, buddy. You just don't know.
You truly answered that question like a politician, Mark.
You
really did. Totally dodged the question.
You've not answered anything but asked.
Totally dodge it. But you know what? There's hope in this state. If people can dodge the questions, you might think about going into politics, Marco, because that's what's been going on with the politicians at the moment. You know,
It's
the reality
absolutely
is,
Mate, Marco.
yeah, right,
Mate, Marco.
Marco, the reality is that Brad Scott, right, may have left the football club, but he's not that dumb to sit there and make up stories, because at the end of the day, if you do that, especially if you do that in the media, what are you doing? You're kicking yourself in the foot, yeah, because you're shooting yourself in the foot, because all of a sudden, if another club potentially might think about taking him on, they'll turn and say, "Fuck, do we want him?" If he's the type of bloke who all of a sudden leaves the club and starts, spreading rumors about the club, why would he do that? So Brad Scott's good. Brad Scott. Well, Brad Scott's good. Well, no, Brad.
After what he's done to North and Essendon.
Well, what I'm
But
saying
wait
is
a second, what are you talking
Brad.
about?
Yeah,
You
Brad.
absolutely backed him to the hill. And now that he's got the sack, now you turn around and say, oh, look what he's done to North Melbourne and Essendon. Fucking 5 weeks ago, man, you were backing him to the hill.
Yeah.
And now
you
all of
were.
a sudden you've
Yeah.
turned against him that quick.
Yeah.
You were saying that it was the players and all these kind of, and now you're saying, oh, look what he's done to Essendon. That's your fault what he's done to Essendon.
And why would he? Why would he lie? Why would he lie and say? Yeah, but Mark, why would he lie?
You got to win
Yeah,
games.
but why would he lie though? Hang on, we know he hasn't won games. We know that. Even my grandmother, who lives in Greece, in one of the little villages, she said to me, the Essendon has won games in about 2 years. The question here is this, right? Why would Brad Scott make up stories? At the end of the day, he's saying,
I don't know. You ask him.
Our best player wants to go. He doesn't want to stay. So me as a coach, I'm thinking to myself, why would I want to keep him there? Why would I need to keep someone there if it doesn't be there? You know what I mean? As simple as that.
Well,
right.
Look, I've answered that question a few times before to you boys about this, and it's all about, again, we're going to want to keep referring to something 5 weeks ago. We can keep referring to it.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to stand their ground. I don't know. They wanted to stand their ground and to just say, you know what, you got a contract, you fulfill that contract.
And this
I'm
is,
not in there,
this is
Manny.
I think what we're saying, Mark, is this is the issue, right? Let's forget about the coach, right? You've mentioned nothing about the organization. And this is the issue. When someone comes up and says, oh, you know, they actually had my hands tied and I couldn't make a decision, right? That's telling me the board and all that is fucking too controlling, and this is why you're at. Instead of saying, oh, we need James Hird, you should be saying, man, we've got a lot of problems in this club. Because that's what I was going to ask you. Forget about James Hird. Forget about the new coach. That'll come in. You've got Solomon coming in now. Hopefully he can free up the players a bit and they can play some footy, yeah? Because they seem to be restricted at the moment, as was Carlton, yeah? But let's take it further. Mate, you've got serious problems. Your board is stuffed. They're all over the place. You've got people leaving, right? You've got captain who wants to leave, right? And you've kept him, right? You've got players who have left last year, good players who are now playing great football at other clubs. And you've got other players who want to leave at the end of the year, right? You've got you're going to have not many draft picks in the next few years because Tassie's coming in, right? So the issue is not just the coach. You should be saying, mate, this is the first step. The next thing is we're going to get this right. We're going to get this right, because it sounds like they're controlling the club, just like Carlton, don't get me wrong. Right? They're controlling the club. And if they're tying the hands of the coach, doesn't matter who they bring in. They can bring in Jesus Christ next year and they'll still tie his hands up so he can't do what he wants to do. Yeah? So that's what we're saying. You know what I mean? What else? I'll ask you a question. What else do we need to do? What else do we need to do?
That could be the first piece of the puzzle. This could be the first piece of the puzzle. You're saying that, the whole board, well, maybe this is one step we're going into the first step anyway, which is sacking the coach.
Yeah.
So the second step now would be to nominate a coach. So if it happens to be James Hird, that might be one of the start to start rebuilding his board and the whole team and the club. I don't know, Rocco. At the end of the day, I'm supporting James Hird if he does come back. But as for the board and so forth, I'm not in there to comment on. So could be the start of the rebuild. It could be the start of the piece of the puzzle, Rocco. So I don't know. If anything, if it comes back and bites us in the ass, well, so be it. It's bitten us in the ass for the last 20 years anyway. So let's move forward. I can only move forward from here, and whoever they choose, I will support.
And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We can only move forward. I mean, I've learned in the last week that all you can do is move forward, learn from it, and try to be better. That's all you can do. Before you go on, Michael, thank you very much. NWO for life, right? The New World Order. That's what he's talking about. Really enjoying the chat tonight, man. And thank you very much. While we're there, we'll get one more in Essendon Carlton for the interim coach cup. Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting one. I think you posed this question not long ago, is it the first time that two interim coaches have gone up against each other? I'm not sure that's ever happened before. If it has, can someone put it in the comments? Very interesting, very interesting.
Well, one thing that Marcos said is that when a team loses a coach, they always seem to win their following game. Now, you guys are playing against the Weagles, so it'd be interesting to see. Somehow, I think you guys are going to get smashed over at Perth.
Oh, it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be an interesting game because they're actually not playing too bad. But now this sugar hit of winning a game after you sack a coach, kind of happened to us. Is it going to happen again? We'll see. We'll see how they get freed up.
Yeah, I don't think you can really compare, Rocco, because it's fair to say that with you guys, potentially you guys were playing good football, but you guys couldn't finish your games. Yeah. So it wasn't as if like you guys were getting there, but you weren't getting there. Yeah. Whereas the Essendon Football Club, they're in neutral. They've jumped in the car, they've turned the ignition, and they're just letting the car warm up. They've put it into neutral, and they're just sitting there, and they're waiting for it to go into first gear. Forget it. You can't compare. Essendon at the moment is a rotten apple, and believe me, it's rotten. It's rotten on the inside, rotten on the outside, and at the moment that you need to get rid of that basket, and you need to start fresh. And I hope it changes because, the AFL, the football that I grew up is always been, the four big clubs, and at the moment, I'm the only one who could sit there and say, I mean, Liam obviously a couple of years ago, but I'm the only one who could sit there and smile at the moment because the rest of the years have just been nothing, just to,
don't look at me, mate. I'm on top of the world at the moment, man. We're playing some beautiful football.
I'm not taking that away from you. I'm not taking that away from you, but it's just, you got to think to yourself, we've gone bad for 20 years. We now need to do something better. We need to do something better. And I really hope, Marco, because I can see you're very passionate. I can see that passion that you have in you for your club. And I admire the fact that you actually sit there and say, you know what, I am going to go and watch them. And even though you know that you're going to get beaten, you think to yourself, you know what, I'm still going to go and support them. And that's really good to see. And for your sake, I really hope that you guys, turn things around. Only when you play Collingwood, I want you guys to lose miserably. And that's all I have to say, matey. That's all I have to say.
Before we go on, because we are going to start moving on, I'll put up this support because you do put yourself out there. Rocco is an absolute legend. Look, I know that, right? I'm in Rocco's corner 100% all the way. Stay strong. I really do appreciate all the support, man. And trust me, man, it's been a tough week, but you guys have made it easier. Before we go on, because then we're going to have a special guest to come on, I'll leave it. Look, one thing, I've been giving it to you. I think this herd thing is just ridiculous. It seems like your club's not going to go anywhere by the sound. That's a narrative that's coming out there. But I know that Mark is a passionate Essendon supporter. We know that, and he is passionate. And he loves his club, and he just wants the best for it. Sometimes he's not thinking straight because he's thinking with his heart, not his brain, and you can tell that by the way he tips, right? But I'll leave you with one last word, Marco, about your team, mate, because I know you do love your team, man. What do you want to see from now on for the rest of the year? Because that's what it's all about now. Let's forget about what's going to happen for let's, like the way I feel with Carlton, it's like I just want them to work towards now 27. Let's get the process right to get the right coaching. Let's get some right assistants in. Let's get some right players in. And let's get a system that we can work towards 27. What do you want to see out of Essendon for the next 13 weeks?
We're in a similar position to what you boys are in, mate. So we're just looking for the same concept, mate. I mean, just to compete. That's it's not about winning to me this year. It's all about just being competitive. And just having some commitment and some passion for playing the game, playing for each other, playing for the club. So, I mean, make some changes again. Continuously make changes. At one stage, I guess against Richmond again, we seem to get cursed. But all the injuries that we copped on Friday night was, I just couldn't believe it. Another 6 injuries. So This is an opportunity to bring some young boys in. We've got that mid-season draft, that number 1 pick, Jackson, his name was. So, throw them on board, see what they've got, see what they can prove, give them the bit of experience. Just to me, I just want to see commitment and just some fight. And, if we end up on the bottom of the ladder, so be it. We get the number 1 draft pick because, like you were saying before, boys, Tassie's coming into the comp. And sometimes, footy's a funny game and there's a little bit of corruption there sometimes. So you just don't know whether there's a bit of tanking going on as well. So let's just see what the players have got to offer and see who wants to be at the Essendon Football Club.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. You're right.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
You've lost your club and they are tanking. You're right. I reckon Essendon's probably wanting now to win the next 5-6 games, but then they thought, you know what, we've lost a coach, opportunity for us to start tanking.
No, I think the only team that I'd be happy for Essendon to beat, as long as we're competitive all year, the only team that I want Essendon to beat this year is Carlton. So I know
that's what you want. I know that's what you want. But the way you're playing, seriously, we could put us 4 in your team, in the Carlton team, and still beat you. The way you're playing, what I saw on the weekend, oh my Lord, the user got. I can't even see what you want to do. At least with us, at times you could see what we wanted to do. We just couldn't get it right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And you saw it, Lee, and we'll talk about that game. We'll definitely talk about that game. And we'll move on because I'm sure. We could go on forever about this, but yeah.
Any other questions? Before I go?
Look, at the end of the day, I'm just pretty bloody stoked about what's going on with your team because at least we made positive changes. You guys are just delusional, man. It's absolutely delusional, man. So anything else, guys, before we move on? Yeah. Go and bloody do whatever you do every show. This is exactly what Essendon does during the game. They just disappear. There's no one there, mate. Is there anything else you want to add while he's not there before we move on? Because I'm sure there's some games everybody wants to talk about. Namely, Richmond, Collingwood, and Carlton, who are the winners this week.
I think he's got a prostate problem just quietly there, Rocco. I think he just quickly goes for a bit of a dribble when he comes back. So
I reckon he's got a bit of a shit problem because he just shits himself always when he watches Essendon. That's what I reckon is going on there, mate.
Right. Hey, I'll tell you what.
Matula, was I scratching my head with a big wooden spoon? I wasn't realising, man. We might have to hand it over. We might have to do instead of Mark's profile from now on. I can't do it because I can't get in his camera, but I think that should be Mark's profile from now on.
Well, one of the Enzo Valentino is saying that maybe Marco needs to bring his neighbour Gino in.
Maybe
one day and give us his overview of the whole thing. Who knows? Maybe.
I heard Gino wanted to come in, but he was unloading a truckload of spuds ready for sale tomorrow. So he's bringing in the spuds. So that's what's happening. Do you want to because we're going to talk about some games. And before we talk about the first one, of course, I wanted Mark to be here because the first game was, I think, Liam is absolutely hanging out to talk about this game. And do you want to is there anything else you want to say before we go? Was there any other issues? I mean, really, that pretty much took over everything, apart from this other big news that happened during the week. Apart from that one there, I think that was the only one that really there wasn't much else going on with.
The draft.
Brisbane. What about Brisbane, mate? They got absolutely smashed this week. What's going on there?
Yeah, that was a surprise. I couldn't believe that. Whoa!
How many goals did they kick in the third quarter, bro?
14.
It was something like 14 goals to like 3 points. It was I don't know what's going on there, man. They've lost the plot there, man. All right, now that he's back, you look like you're aged 10 years, mate, this week, man. I reckon losing the game of 14-2. Brisbane got kicked 14-2 against them, and they kicked 3 points, man. Like, I thought we were bad when we got 12 kicked against us, but at least we kicked 2 or 3 goals or 4 goals, whatever that quarter. Far out, man. It was probably an 86-point quarter. That was, mate, that's tough. But you know what?
The thing is, it was against Brisbane. How scary is that?
That's what I mean. Yeah. It was shocking, man. It was absolutely that's good. I got someone who wants to say something to you about the James Hird thing, man.
Shut up!
That's pretty good.
He'd be happy to see that.
But
you know what, though? But before we go to the next thing, Rocco, I was just going to say that deep down, it's fair to say that I, as a Collingwood supporter, you as a Carlton, and Liam as a Richmond supporter, we love seeing the Essendon Football Club deteriorate and keep on deteriorating, because for us that's something we like to take pleasure in, because when the tides do change one day, and and the roles may reverse, because I remember in the 80s, as a Collingwood supporter, I used to suffer when we used to play against Carlton. For me, it was trauma. We were going through some tough times, 70s, 80s, and then even some parts in the 90s. But now that the roles have changed, I'm enjoying this. Yeah, so I'm not going to take it away from you, Mark. The honest truth is that I hope that Hird does take over your club, and I hope he continues to go backwards for another 10, 15 years. And then, of course, the worst thing about all this is that one day your grandkids are going to come to you and say, Papu, why? Why, Papu? Why? You've punished us. That's all I want to say.
It's all good, man. The one thing we have to do is say that Mark is a passionate supporter, and that's why we've got him on here, man. So Bochick wants to know, Manny, tell us what it was like in the 30s.
1930s, I don't know, my friend. I wasn't born. I can't speak about what was.
I think you're lying. I think you were pretty close to like 5 or 6 years old then. So let's just not lie. Let's get into it, because there were some games, and let's get into this one. Rival rounds, and let's get first one here was, well, it doesn't end for Mark. It doesn't end because this was the first one. Let's go. As you can see, the Tigers are 74-56. Look, I'll let you discuss it, especially Liam. I think it's his time to shine now. Tell us about the game. Did you have it from start to finish? How bad did Essendon look, and how good did the Tigers look?
Oh, I don't know about that. Look, obviously, stoked for the win. How good is that? I said that if we are serious about getting better, we need to be beating the teams around us. So we've ticked that box. We got to win. And to be honest, yeah, I do think, let's say 70% of the game we were probably in control. I think probably the third quarter, Essendon probably had the run of the play and were on top of us then. But I said it last week. I said if we want to beat Essendon, we've actually got to go at them, got to attack them, got to run. And when we did that, we were really good. There was periods in the first half where when we got our running and our handball chains going and moving fast through the ground, it was like, wow, this is really good. This is us at our best. This is what we want to see more of. That third quarter, as I said, we kind of slowed a bit, and Essendon got control, and they played that slow, chit mark game, and they controlled the game, and that's when we started to lose. And I was like, no, we need to get back to what we're doing. Thankfully, we responded. We came back. We did a very good job. Biggest thing that I noticed was probably our leaders stood up. I got to shout out Jack Ross. He was my tip for the medal, and he would have been pretty close. His work rate through the middle was incredible all night. I mean, he had one bit out on the wing where he came at me. He worked so hard to get across to the ball, and then just to slow up after big hard sprints, get the ball, slow up, compose himself, and then hit the kick. It was really impressive stuff. Tim Taranto in the midfield as well. He's been out for a couple of weeks. He's been back in the last few weeks, and he's playing some really good football. The guy he had in the graphic, Jaden Short, we were just chatting about him in the comments. He's been back to his best. And I think that's what's been the most impressive thing about this result was that it was our leaders that stood up and helped us get that result. Even Tom Lynch, he couldn't speak. He had his voice box smashed in, and he's still staying out there, putting up a good performance. Getting players to turn around so he can check their numbers. Archie Roberts, I'm not sure who he is either. I don't think he's very good. I think he's overrated. But I won't bag Essendon players. I think that was the difference. I think outside of you guys from probably Parrish and Merritt, I think our leaders stood up. I'm not sure that you can say yours did. I think if we can attack games like how we did at stages in that game, we're going to be competitive. But all in all, to say it was a great win, it was a win. It's pretty clear we're two of the bottom teams out there, but a win is a win.
Come on, Liam. Mate. You're not going to get many wins this year, man. It was a great win, and you're playing one of the rivals, mate. Mate, you would have been pumped straight after.
Special.
You take it. Exactly right. And before everyone goes on, before I give it to Mark, I'll pass it on to Mark, sorry, yes, a few people have mentioned Neil Danaher. I have got him on the run sheet. I just wanted to talk to him after this little section here, and I will definitely mention him. So, no, I haven't forgotten Neil Danaher. So we will talk about him because it's more about the next rounds and that. So, but anyway, Marco, what did you think?
Oh, look, thanks, Liam, for not going too hard on me, mate. I really appreciate that, buddy.
I'm just waiting for you to sing the song, man. That's going to be the best later on.
To be quite honest with you, just watching the game, I had a funny feeling we were going to get done. I just could see that Richmond were just way too desperate. That's all it really come down to. I was really disappointed in a couple of things that I'm going to add to. Besides the injuries, obviously McGrath, Durham, Golfy, Corwell, May, that didn't help our cause at all. But I was really disappointed the fact that they didn't go out there and really commit. After Michael Long's speech before the game, I watched that. It was very, very inspirational in the way, he spoke about the club and where we needed to be. So disappointing to see that we come out in that concept and not even challenge to win the game. So very disappointed. Also very disappointed with the Richmond supporters and doing Parrish after the game. I believe 40 possessions. He was entitled to win that medal, and sportsmanship. I think that's ridiculous that a player has to be booed when it's they're not the ones that are voting. So, and also disappointed a little bit more about the Essendon supporters. Some of them throwing the scarves onto the players as they were walking out. So a few disappointing issues there on the game that I wasn't really impressed about, apart from losing. But all in all, really disappointing in the game. Like I said, nothing's really changing at the moment. The only change was that that Scott had to be sacked. So, just see what happens next week, I guess. So, congratulations to the Richmond Tigers, and you've sitting on top of us now.
Hey, Mark, just a quick question. You sit there and you say that you're disappointed with the supporters, right? Now,
Some of the supporters.
Well, let's call a spade. These supporters, the Essendon Football Club doesn't say, "Hey, do you support the Essendon Football Club?" Of course you do. All right, you know what? You can come and watch them for free. Don't worry about paying a membership. Don't worry about. We'll give you an opportunity to come and watch this team play because they're not performing at the moment, but we'll let you watch them play this and that. Come on, Mark. People have gotten to a point where they're frustrated. They're angry. Yeah, because they're passionate about their club. They love their club. They want to see, changes. They want to see better changes and improvements. And I can tell you, maybe those fans that threw those scarves was what maybe gave those in the hierarchy the basic, we're now getting scarves thrown at our players. We've got to start doing something. Maybe this is a start. They got rid of Brad Scott. You know what I mean? But you can't sit there and be upset with them because they're frustrated, and you don't blame them. What about the Carlton supporters when they were doing that? They were frustrated, yeah. And you gotta respect the fact that these people have got love for their club and they spend money on their memberships, and they want and they pay money to go and watch them play, and they want to see something out of it. If they're not going to, something's got to give. Something has to give, yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'd never. The only thing I would say is, if they ever spit or things like that, I think that's fucking disgusting, man. But
that's wrong.
Their frustrations to say sometimes fans just have had enough. They don't know what else to do. The club's not listening. They're just not performing. They're doing stupid things, and then maybe their only thing would be, they probably were given that scarf anyway because it's part of your membership, right? They're probably just thinking done. I'm done. That's it. I'm done, man. I don't want it. So you've got to understand, like what Manny said, sometimes it just gets to a point where you don't know what else to do. You don't know what else to do. You want to show it's not. I don't think they're attacking the player themselves. They're more attacking the situation. And this is the only way I know I can do it, So it's not good, but I kind of get it too.
Yeah. I think it looks a lot worse. It looks a lot worse when players decide to basically throw their 5 cents because is his name Caddy?
Yeah.
Right. He overreacted. Right. I understand, that you want to overreact, but at the end of the day, just shut the fuck up, mate. The reality is you're playing. You're playing, you're losing, right? You may be scoring goals, but that's your job. You're getting paid to score goals, yeah. So at the end of the day, the fact that you see people frustrated, don't make yourself look like an idiot because right now he made himself look like a dickhead, yeah. Take it on the, take it on the chin, mate. Accept it. Move on.
He would have got spoken to.
And so he should have. And so he should have.
And he should have. And you know what? As long as he learns for next time, he's probably some time for frustration. So, and I hope
he's a young kid as well, mate. He's a young kid. He's probably passionate.
No excuse.
There's no excuse.
You got to give him a chance. You got to give him a chance. If they keep doing it, then you go rightio, mate. Now, but he's as long as he learns, man. As long as he learns. Hey, listen, we've got a question for Manny. How much longer for those fries, Manny?
Does he want tomato sauce on there, or does he want some mayonnaise?
No, he just wants chicken salt.
Chicken salt. Well, we'll have to go to the fish and chip shop and get it for him.
All right, done deal. All right, let's go into the next one.
Just one more thing for Mark. I do understand why those fans were frustrated. I think we spoke about it last week. how you guys came into that game with the pressure. Like I said, I was like, we got to come in. No one's really expecting us to win. So, but I thought you guys being under pressure would put up a better performance than what you did. So that's why I feel like there was that sort of frustration from the fans, because it's like, geez, guys, like we really should be beating this team, and that's the effort we've put up. It's not good enough. So that's how I start in terms of that. But also I do just want to say one thing also is you guys did get stuffed pretty hard with injuries in that game. That didn't help you at all. Like I think you had Durham and Guelphy were both up in the first quarter.
Yeah,
and you had a couple others through the night. So I will say that is one thing that redeems it. But yeah,
still no
better,
excuses.
so whatever.
Man, like I said, we should have really gone out there and beaten you guys. To be quite honest, we you know, for all the shit that we've been going through. But credit to you boys, mate. You just wanted the ball more, and you know, young team full of run and dare, and we just were becoming stum mullets again. And you know, I'm not going to keep saying we had our chances in the third quarter, and you know, 1-6 we kicked, but you know, at the end of the day, it's still no excuses, mate. We shouldn't have been in that position at all, and it pretty much happened from the start, from the bounce. I could just read Essendon now, so you know, you can tell 100%. When they're switched on.
So Bo's put a, hey chat, give me a fuck yes. Come on, what's with the language, mate? If you're keen for a live show at the end of the year, so let's see what you want to say. But we are considering. No, we are. We're going to have a live show at the end of the year, and I reckon this time these boys are going to be up on stage, and we're going to have a live show. It'll probably be during the what is it called, the round, the special fucking wild card round, because none of us will be there, so we should be safe to have the weekend free. But everyone's saying, yes.
I think the Collingwood Football Club might be there.
Yeah,
Collingwood have probably got Collingwood have got the biggest chance.
Did you just beat again? The West Coast.
Well, we'll talk about that, because there was a game, and it was the big game between Collingwood and West Coast, and West Coast in the last quarter had their chance. You know, 2 questions. First of all, what do you think about beating West Coast by 10 points over at the MCG on one of the biggest days? You also had an ACL to Jamie Elliott, so he's done for the season. You don't want to see any player really, wreck their whole year, and so that probably dampened the mood for that night. And also, one more question. I'll give you 3. You answer them all whenever you want. What do you think about everybody wearing gold numbers? Is that a way that they got away with not looking like a dick?
All right. Let's first and foremost say huge congratulations to Scott Pendlebury, 4-3-3. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad we can put that aside, and now we can focus on getting on with the real business part of what they're getting paid to do. And look, it was a big game, and there was a lot of discussions prior to that game, especially from a lot of commentators saying that, Collingwood has set this up because they think it's going to be an easy game. And I can tell you right now, the West Coast Eagles, they tend to do okay against Collingwood. They've always managed to lift when it comes to playing against Collingwood. I think you can't take anything away from the West Coast Eagles, and you're right, Rocco. Had they not missed those chances in the last quarter, and a couple of little things there where the umpires did a couple of little mistakes, that could have changed the whole thing. But I'm going to go back to what Mark said. A win's a win. You'd rather win by 1 point and lose by 100 points or something like that. That always gets me confused. But look, a win's a win, and we'll take that. We'll take that win.
Of course.
I think those gold numbers on every single player, I think it looked good. It looked fitting for everyone. And you're right, Rocco. I think had he be the only one running around with the gold number 10, it would have looked very, very average. you
I
know,
reckon they thought about it and thought, you know
Yeah.
what, we want him to wear the gold number. We definitely
Yeah.
want it. We're not going to change our mind. I think
No.
it was a way to say, you know, we look like a dick, but we look like, well,
Yeah.
at least we look like a team of dicks, you know, and
Yeah.
that's what
and he changed his top 12 times
I know,
On-
because he's going to
on-
sell every single one of them.
on the
man.
day. On the day, yeah. He's going to sell. You know, it's a match worn jumper. So you know, you got to give him credit. You know, the Collingwood Football Club have managed to organise this fairly well, and it was fantastic. I think it was in the 10th minute of the first quarter where everybody started clapping and you know, sort of like a little
Yeah,
standing
because then
ovation
they
for him.
felt safe. They felt safe,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah,
And as I said, like I was watching it, and look, don't get me wrong, man. Like I want to see Collingwood fail and misery, but when I saw Alia go down, I thought, "Fuck, this is gonna like really ruin their night." I don't think they would have partied as much because it's the end of the season for him, and it could be the end of his career. We just don't know if he'll come back, you know. So
yeah, very sad, Rocco. I actually made a bet with a colleague of mine and said that Jamie Elliott was going to kick more goals than Caddy.
yeah.
And now
You're gonna-
now
you
it's
are
pretty
in that
much
slab. I was there when you made that bet.
that's right. So it looks like that bet I'll have to honour it. So it will be coming. It will be coming to you, my friend, in the next few days. I will. I'm waving the white flag. It's fair to say that Look, it's sad to see a great player, Jamie Elliott. It's fair to say he's a real gentleman and he's been he's a great ambassador for the Collingwood Football Club, and it's just sad to see that he injured himself. And like you said, Rocco, this could perhaps be the end of his career. And you never want to see players get injured like that and their careers to be ruined like that. But, you know, he's not the only one. There's many players in the past who've left the game due to injuries. And in Jamie Elliott's injury, that was, I don't know if you've seen that, but it just looked terrible when he fell and he did the damage on the ACL. But the show must go on, and you know, I'm really looking forward to Collingwood trying to get these young boys up and fired because you know, injuries this year has done a lot of damage to a lot of teams. You know, and Richmond and Essendon is definitely two teams that have been done hard. And I was going to talk about a little bit of touch on about Richmond. If they were to lose any more players, what would happen then? But we it was a bit of a damper on the 4-3-3, but it was fantastic to see a lot of legends of the game who were there to congratulate him. And you know, that's the one thing that you got to take your hat off to. You know, the game, you know, the football. The game itself, you know, the fact that there's a lot of respect amongst these players, you know, and even though the record was broken by Pendlebury, you know, you don't want to forget, you know, others who've broken those records in the past and have held them, you know, and Kevin Bartlett, you know, how good was it to see Kevin Bartlett there on the day, and of course all the other players. But
all the Tucky and all of them there out there in Harvey.
Question for you there,
Yeah.
Robbie. Robbie,
Wait, before you go on, because we're trying to move on. I've got someone waiting. You can ask him the question, but before you do that, this question here: thoughts on the idiot? This is from the Sir Simos, the idiot who tried to steal the penalty ball. Took a photo with him too, and did that crap. I don't understand because I don't know what happened. What happened?
I think that was that training, wasn't it? I think it's the one. There was that training. The bloke like tried to take the ball. He got tackled down. He broke his leg or something.
Oh, really? Is that what happened? There you go.
Yeah.
All right, a bit of fun.
That's
I suppose.
I do want to ask Manny a question about one player. Of course, it's Nick Dacos. I know he's competing for a Brownlow medal, but I think he should be off to the Olympic Games for diving for gold there. Because I just wanted to ask, are you going to back up your player for staging for free kicks the way that he does? Because he did it twice in that game, and he's done it before. Can I get a please explain on that?
It's all part of the game, though, isn't it? If you can get away with it, you can get away with it. You know what I mean? Well, I've seen.
You're happy with your player doing that.
Well, like I said, if you can get away with it, you can get away with it. I mean, we've been
You're happy with cheating.
so analytical and so critical on a player like Nick Dacos. The moment he may do something that's out of character, let's shoot him. Let's target him. He did what he did.
It's not something out of character. It's a pattern. He's done it before.
Well, like I said, if he's getting away with it, he's getting away with it. I mean, it is what it is. A lot of people sit there saying that the umpires favour him. You can't take it away the fact that he is a superstar, and it is what it is.
It.
So if
I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. But
you do agree with it, because you just said if he's good enough to get a free kick for it, so that is agreeing.
Well, he's a smart player, isn't
now
he?
you're trying to backtrack on it.
Well, no, he's a smart player, Liam. It's like, we could talk about,
it's one or the other, right or wrong. It's not
30 years ago, people were criticizing Diego Maradona for scoring the goal with his hand, and they called it the hand of God. But, at the end of the day, it's one of those things. It's history. I mean, look, he's a smart player. He's able to get away with it, and he's getting away with it. So do I agree with it? Well, I don't disagree with it. Good luck to him. I mean, I can tell you right now, there's a lot of players who have staged many things a lot worse, all right, to get free kicks. And I'm not saying that I agree with it, but, you know what? Is it cheating? Would you consider it cheating? I don't know, Liam. What would you say that
cheating? It's definitely not.
It's not cheating. I was just going to ask. Let's reverse the roles here. Let's say it was Harley Reid on that day. If he got a kick like that, would you still be happy? Would you still be saying the same thing? Oh well, if he's smart enough to get away with it, which is your defensive Dacos.
Of course not.
Because he's got your jumper on, you're going to back him.
I think.
I mean, it's fair. It's your team, but I don't know.
I think we've got to move on because we can't go on all day over this. There's already. I think Mark had a question, but in my point of view, you take it. Of course you do, right? I don't like it. It's not cheating, but it's not in the spirit of the game. So to me, I don't like it. I remember one of our players did it a while back, and we called him out. We're going, don't do that, man. Just play the fucking ball, man. You're good. Like Dacos is good enough not to do that. And if I was the coach, I'd be saying, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You're good enough to do it without it, like if it's a deliberate dive, maybe, when they lift up their arms, so then the hand goes above the shoulder and that, the way Ginnivan would do that. That's part of the game now. Someone tackles you, you lift your arm and you get that free kick. All right, so be it. How do you stop that? But I don't know, man. To me, keep doing it, whatever. If you get away with it, the problem is if you do it too many times, you start getting known for it. You don't want to be known for that. Stick to what you do. We're going to move on, Mark, or did you have something?
Yeah, that's right. Just quickly, I was going to say, if it wasn't for probably Scott Pendlebury's record-breaking performance or game there, I reckon West Coast would have beaten you boys on the day. So, you're lucky to win by the 10 points. Ironically, Scott Pendlebury wears number 10 as well. So, maybe there's a conspiracy there as well. I'm not sure, but
4-3-3.
We believe that possibly Brent Harvey might be coming back out of retirement, and looks like he might be in contention of breaking the world game record. So,
I heard Kevin Bartlett wants to come back to Richmond, man. Just chuck him in the forward pocket. I reckon he could kick like 2 or 3, I reckon, easily, man. I reckon he's still got the zip about him. Before we go on to the next game, I do want to say I hate Collingwood with a passion. I know. I seriously hope, like, misery for the rest of everyone that follows Collingwood and everyone. I wish misery for the families, everything. I hate it. But well done, Scott Pendlebury. He is one of the superstars of the competition. I just want to say that at the end of the day, we've been giving him some shit as we do on the rivals, but Great effort by the bloke. No matter how he did it, rest time, whatever, he's got the record and he's deservingly deserves it. Let's move on to the next one. This is the most important game. Like, let's seriously, the boys are backing down, mate. 58-92. We controlled this game from front to back. Like, there was we kicked the first, I think, 4 out of the 5 goals, and then we never looked back. And what I loved about, we talked about this last night, but what I loved about our team is at the moment, and don't get me wrong, I just want to be excited about a good win. Right, not just, I know it's 2 wins. I know where we're at. We haven't got recruiting officer. We haven't got a coach. I still think the board's fucked. We need players. I understand that, right? I get it, right? So don't take this as, oh, look at him now all of a sudden. It's not that. When we beat Richmond, you remember, I wasn't happy. I was upset about that game. I thought, this is shit house, man. What are we doing, right?
Yeah.
This was the best win in probably a year for us because of the way we played the game. We were moving the ball forward. You know what else I was happy with? The young kids stood up, and they've been standing up for a few weeks now. Wilson from the back, run, carry. He does a mistake, he gets caught. Next time, bang, he did it again, mate. He gave us some pace out of the back. You got Ison for the 2nd week in a row, man, looks zippy. You know what I mean? You got Jagger Smith, who had his best game. Now you saw what Jagger Smith is capable of. He looked fucking awesome, mate. He was getting that ball out of centre, bang on the chest of Mackay. Man, this bloke loved it, right? And I saw it last week when they won the game last week. He was the first person who ran up to Ison and he was crying. It means something to him, you know what I mean? They're starting to stand up. Also, I'll talk about fucking Harry Dean in the back line. Usually you got no Wiedering, we're done. We're done. He stood up. What a man. I'm so proud of this kid, man. He's only like 10 games into it. He controlled that back line. He was like a general. He is the son of Peter Dean, one of our greats, because that's the way he played it. That's what I was proud of, man. This bloke stood up. When Wilson got caught in the forward line, he got caught, and Durden was going for the goal, man. Mate, and they were saying something to him. Our team went up and defended him while he was going for goal. They all went in. Mate, Walshy, good stuff, mate. He went in. Not those other fucking fights that we used to have. This time, he went in for the right reason. That's what I love. You know what else I've loved? I've been saying this for ages, man, and I've been giving it to these guys. And I won't stop. Don't think I'll ever stop giving it to these fucking guys, man. I want the best for them. Cripper, our captain, I'm fucking proud of you. That's what I want from you, man. That's what I want from you, man. The bloke stood up in the last 2 weeks. This week, he was best on ground. He stood up and he fucking led the way, man. He led the way. But you know what else? He just did what he had to do. He just did what he had to do, man. We had other young kids all standing up, man. I love the way they were playing footy this time. Is this going to be like a consistent thing? Who knows? Who knows, man? But you keep doing it. Like, they kept looking in the centre. There was people on the side. They were waiting. They were switching, but with purpose this time. There was purpose in the switch. They looked a lot freer. You know what I mean? I know, man. I just said that. Calm down, Rocco. Reality, it's only. I know that. I said that before I started. I'm just saying I'm happy with that game. Like, I'm happy what I'm seeing. I'm happy with what Fraser's doing. Is he going to be our coach? Who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? But I'm happy that he's freed them up. The other thing I'm happy, he's playing players where they were fucking recruited to play. You know what I mean? And you could see they play a lot better. You know what I mean? I'm happy for big Mackay, mate. He's actually stood up in the last 2 weeks. He was fucking excellent, man. I'm not. Here we go. Rocco, you know what I'm going to do, mate? When I come down to Perth, don't make me come and find you, mate. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm telling you now, I was just happy with what I see. And what did I say when we checked the coach and you asked me, what do you want to see? I said, this is what I want to see. Now, are we going to beat Geelong? I don't know. Are we going to win anymore? I don't know. But I want to see that every week. That's what I want to see. If you make a mistake, you fucking go again, man. you play the young kids. You could see the enthusiasm in the side all of a sudden. I don't know what it is. It had to be Vossi. It had to be, because you can just see the difference in them. Like, so, as I said, I'm not over the top. I just, mate, it was a good win. It was a great win. Yeah, it was Port Adelaide. Are they the best team? No. But you've got to go interstate, in the state that we're in, right? And you're playing Port Adelaide over there. It's always going to be hard. And
Rocco, you could have lost.
And we could have lost.
You could have lost.
4-quarter effort, man. It was phenomenal. It was a 4-quarter effort. I saw guts. I saw determination.
And there's nothing wrong with enjoying wins, and nothing wrong with taking these wins and enjoying them.
Keep doing that. I am stoked, and if I see that, I know that the future's bright. And I'll say one more thing. I don't know if he's going to be our coach, right? And I still want the process to be done. Don't think. And he said he doesn't want to coach, but that could change. But what I've seen so far, not only in what he's done to the group, right? He's left them. Don't think this is like a Teague thing. This is completely different. What I've seen in the group, it gives me heart, right? And I just know that I don't know if it's him that we need, but we need his type, right? We need his type. They know the modern game. They can work with the young kid. And if you really think about it, have a listen to his press conferences, right? He's so down to earth, right? He's completely different. Every time I listen to him now, I learn something. Like the first thing he said was, yeah, the entries were okay, but we made a few mistakes. There's still things we've got to learn, you know, and he's just won 2 games, you know. So, look, at the moment, it's good to see, right? There was a comment here, I forget, it was way back, that said, look, Rocco, we're gonna win the grand final this year, and Rocco won't be at the grand final. And you're absolutely right. I will not be at the grand final this week. I won't be this year. I won't be at any games, unfortunately. But good on you. I'm proud of the Blues, man. And yeah, that's all we want. I just want to be proud of the Blues, man. I want to be proud of our team. So that's all I've got to say about my team, man.
Fair enough, mate. Yeah, fair enough. I did get a catch a fair bit.
It was a good win, man. It was a good win.
Yeah.
It was a good win, man. It was an encouraging win, man. I just want to see that next week. It's this, and we'll talk about this week, and we've got someone coming on now, but we'll talk about this week. It's going to be fucking tough. But you know what? We actually play all right against Geelong. I actually give us that much of a chance. Not much, but I give us a chance this week. You know what I mean? So let's go. But before, you know what? I'm going to get him in, right? So one of my, he's been a great bloke, this bloke. I love this bloke. I just want to say, I'll publicly say this. This bloke supported me for the last week, and I appreciate what this bloke's done. He's another one who's a passionate Geelong supporter, passionate club supporter. And, we got the coach, Lucas, on here. How are you, mate?
I'm doing good, Rocco. Hello to Mark, Liam, Goodwin Liam, and to Manny, Goodwin Manny for your club as well. No problem, Rocco. I love you guys. When all that thing happened, you know, I just thought I had to give you support. I had to give you and Bo, who's also in the comments, my love and support. And you guys are always welcomed on my channel. And I'll just say this, and I'm not going to mention this again. The amount of personal abuse you received, I thought was disgraceful and pathetic, and towards Bo as well. And I just couldn't stand for that. Threatening where you work, threatening where you live, that's just unacceptable. And I just thought, I had to stand up for that. And I'll always give support to you guys. I've came on your channel, you have respected me. We've joked around, and I thought, you know what, I have to repay the favor. And people that respect me, I respect them back. So from my heart, Rocco, support to you and to Bo. You're good people, and don't let anybody change the way you are, because it's the way you are that made this channel. And that's all I've got to say about that.
Thank you very much, my friend. And we won't talk about it anymore, but I do appreciate it. And again, I do realise what I did was wrong, and I'm going to improve that. But
Absolutely.
the personal attacks. Look, you know what I hope? I said this last night with the personal attacks. I've got no beef with these people. I completely understand. And the best thing we can all do now is move forward and be better people. That's it. Like, I really have no hard feelings against these people. But you know what? Let's first of all, you're wearing the cap. So this is why I wanted to bring it on. So let's just quickly talk about Neil Danaher. The great man did pass away. Mark, you know, he was a great Essendon player. He was a great Melbourne coach, and he was also a great man. I mean, he fought the last 10 or 12 years, and he put this cause, this ugly disease that there's no cure for, on the map, and I'm sure he's helped millions of people, you know, and his cause now will go on forever. So I, for one, loved him as a coach. He's a great family, the Danaher family. Great family, the Danaher family, you know, and yeah, the big freeze is coming up in a couple of weeks, you know. So rest in peace, condolences. It's, you know, like we all back our teams, we all love our teams, but you know what we all do? We love footy. We love footy, and he was a great man. If you want to say something about him just quickly, yes, can.
No, well said, Rocco. It's definitely it's a terrible thing. I think he may rest in peace. He would call it the beast, and unfortunately, this is a disease that you know, a slow killer, and it's a terrible thing. And he's done an amazing thing to try and you know, keep the cause and for people to fight and keep the fight to continue. And yeah, my condolences to his family, and you know, his legacy will be remembered for a very, very long time. And and I wish that his family you know, realize that they should be very proud of a great man and a wonderful person. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Well said, mate.
Yeah, I'm with Manny. Yeah, obviously, I don't remember him as a player, and very rarely, well, like very briefly as a coach. But yeah, you speak about legacy. All the stuff that he's done for Fight MND it's amazing. It's really special what he's done, and he's left behind a fantastic legacy. And, you know, I know in sport we like to use the word like hero or legend a lot, but if there's anyone who does deserve that title, it's him, for all the work that he's done. All the help that he's done along the way, and while fighting his own battle as well, still fronting up and just continuing to give so much to people. It's super inspiring, and credit to everything that he's done. And sad he's not here anymore.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
We'll go to Mark, and then we'll go to you, Lucas.
Yeah, just quickly, condolences to the Danaher family. Now, he certainly was my hero, Neil Danaher. He was probably the pick of the bunch in the Danaher crew there. Chris, Anthony, and Tony. But unfortunately, he had a few knee injuries that cut his career short. But I believe he was probably the best pick of the bunch. He did fight the beast of a disease. So really sad. But my condolences go to the Danaher family for sure.
Well,
Yeah, and to what Liam said, you know, what he's done, you know, for thousands of people, millions of people in this country, with the big freeze, you know, it's just an awful disease that we need to find a cure with. And he fought this for 13 years. Incredible strength by Neil Danaher, and giving hope to millions of Australians around the country who get diagnosed with this almost every day, or actually every day. So my deepest condolences to his family and to his friends, and hopefully we finally get to beat this beast sooner than later.
100%. And well, everyone well said. And as I said, I hate all your teams, but I'm proud of you blokes, man, because this is what we do as a community. Is we stand together when we're needed. You know, when we needed to stand up together, we do. And so it's great to hear those kind words. Yeah, and it's going to be that big freeze in 2 weeks' time, or in 2 rounds' time, with Collingwood and Melbourne. I think it's going to be a sad and big day for the big freeze. So well done. All right, we're here to talk about, like, I got the great man on, because who else are we going to talk about? These cats. These cats are just like fucking, they just never go away, man. And I remember Lucas at the start of the year, he wanted blood by this team. He was upset. But this is why they're such a great side, mate, because they don't accept mediocre performances, this club, mate. They want the best, you know. And guess what? This week, you're going to come up against the best, mate. You're coming up against the mighty fucking Blues, right? Friday night. And this is going to be tough, this game, mate. I'm telling you, we always give you a good game. And I think our last great win was against you guys last year. I think that's when it was, you know. So the Blues next Friday night is going to be huge, mate. I'll leave it to you for a sec, and then I'm just going to come back at you hard. So you better say the right things, mate.
I'll be ready. Right now, it's like a Star Wars movie. You know, Carlton, like the rebellion. It's growing in confidence. And I'm sorry, Rocco, but we're the Empire, and we're here to destroy the rebellion once and for all. You're right about that. We have been pasted by Carlton the last couple of years. So they're our bogey team. You're also right. I was mad at the start of the year when we lost that grand final. I was livid, but probably respected Brisbane too good. But wasn't happy. We've had 2 really good wins against Brisbane themselves and Sydney, the 2 leading contenders for the premiership. So good wins there. But I don't want to lose this game. I don't want Carlton to win 3 in a row against us. So if we can, I would like to end this resistance rebellion by Josh Fraser very, very quickly, and put you guys back into a mood of disdain, a mood of misery. So if we can do that, that would be fantastic, Rocco.
I agree with Rocco Mori. I want to see Catman choke on a fur ball. Right? That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see Catman do, mate. Because
I think we all do. I think we all want to see that. Even Geelong fans want to see that.
Catman loves the catnip. Yes, he does, mate. This bloke here, I just don't get it, man. But anyway, look, we do play well against you guys, man. And you know what? We're slowly building, and we're coming up to this week. We had a good maybe half of football 2 weeks ago, 4 quarters. We come back united. We might be getting back Wiedering, and we did lose Carroll. I have to mention we've lost Carroll with our own ACL problem. So, and he was my favourite player this year. I loved him. I loved the way he developed. So, next player coming in, he's got a big role to do. But it's going to be a good game. I'm interested about this. We'll come out firing. Look, at the end of the day, man, you guys are purring along nicely at the moment. But I think there are parts of this game, and positions that we could win that could go a long way to us. Probably your downfall for the rest of the year. I think we could absolutely finish you off. And you'll probably be lucky to make the fucking wild card after we wipe the floor with you. But I reckon, first of all, like Harry's, your defense is going to hold up. But, mate, we've got a couple of young kids there now running around, Burns and Ison. I don't know how you're going to stop them. Wiedering and Dean's going to, take care of your Neil, and forget about, I don't even know who plays. Midfield, I think we've got you now. The captain's back. He's back, so he's going to, lead the way. And, but how are you going to beat us? How are you going to beat us, mate?
Well, when you put it like that, geez, we might as well not go out there and play, Rocco. To be honest, Walsh and Cripps the last 2 weeks, they've been very good, very, very good, back to their best. Carlton are moving the ball quicker. They were fantastic against Port Adelaide. Again, I picked Port Adelaide to win that, and you just blew them off the park with quick, fast ball movement. So credit with that. You're playing with freedom. I'm glad Carlton are playing this way, Rocco, because I don't want to beat teams that are bottom of the ladder. I don't want to beat teams that are going through a rush patch. So I want to beat teams at the peak of their powers. Brisbane, though, they've fallen away. They're on top. They're at the peak of their power. Sydney, incredible win streak when we bet them. So Carlton, they've got some belief, got some run and gun in their game from half back, faster ball movement. That's good. I'm glad because we can finally be tested by a side that's playing with real pride and real passion. And you don't really get that sometimes in the AFL unless you're playing the real big teams. So Josh Fraser's done a good job while he's been there, only 2 weeks. But how are we going to beat Carlton is in the midfield. If you watched last week, I don't know if you watched our game last week, Rocco, we bet Sydney at their own game, which is contested possession. I actually picked Sydney by 30, 40 points. I thought they'd absolutely tower us up. And we absolutely smashed them in the pressure acts. We smashed them on the loose ball gets. Inside mid, we smashed them in there. So we bet Sydney out of its own game. And that tells you that a club that's really up and about, if you can beat a team's strength, then you're really up and about. So if we can get our ball movement, Max Holmes, Bailey Smith, Brian Myers is very important, Jeremy Cameron. Don't worry about Shannon Neal. I'm sure Reading will keep in goal. Shannon Neal's a spud. Don't worry about him. But Jeremy Cameron, if you spud, yeah, I said it, yeah. Well, how many? Yeah, 0. Well, your former player Charlie Curnow kicked more goals than I had an in-game bet with some of the Geelong community. Saying that Charlie Curnow will kick more goals than Shannon Neal. Well, Shannon Neal kicked 0 goals, so I won that very convincingly. But no, midfield's going to win it. But you have Walsh and Cripps are back to their best, which, like I said, I want all their players back to their best. I want to beat the best. I don't want to beat bottom teams like, sorry, Mark, you guys, who we just have to turn up for one quarter and we're already out by 60 points. We want to beat the best. We want to beat. Well, at least Richmond gave us a competitive game last year than what Essendon did. But no, I want to beat the big teams. Yeah.
No, I love it. Look, Scotty Tompkins, the great Scotty Tompkins, eh? What a great man this bloke is.
I love Scotty. Fantastic man.
Sorry, it's the wrong one. He's tell us about Scratcher, coach. Like, what's going on here, man? Let everyone know what's going on here, mate, because he's not leaving it alone.
Well, Scott is well aware that I wanted Charlie Curnow at Geelong this year. We could have traded for him. We weren't willing to give up Shannon Neal, which annoyed the hell out of me because I thought Shannon Neal, he got towed up by Harris Andrews in that grand final. Couldn't get a damn kick, couldn't get a damn mark. So I wanted Charlie Curnow. Thank you. Well, at least Scott's green. I wanted Charlie Curnow in that team, and we didn't trade for him. They said, no, we think Scratcher's playing really good football. He's been okay. He hasn't been great. So, yeah, the jury's still out with Scratcher, Shannon Neal. But kicked 0 goals last week, and Curnow kicked 2. So that hasn't improved my feelings about Shannon Neal at all.
Look, to tell you the truth, I don't rate Scratcher at all. I didn't know that was his nickname, but I think that's what he shall be known from now on Fourever Rivals. Yeah, that's very interesting. All right, we'll go into you boys if you want to ask anything, but give me a tip there. What's gonna be the final margin, mate?
Well, like I said, you're the rebellion of the Star Wars, and we're the Empire. We're going to crush you. I think I want this bookmarked. I want this clipped. I want this played on the show next week. Geelong by 56 points. Geelong by 56 points. I'm telling you.
Wow. Trust me, man. I'm not the only one that's going to clip this. There's Peter V. Bagger, Scotty, man. They're 56. They're loving this. They're loving this.
I think I'm in trouble now, but I'll stay with the margin. It's all been fun and games. You've done well the last 2 weeks. The honeymoon is over. We're not going to take any prisoners. We're a different team this year, apparently. So this is a game where we expect to win very well. It'll be over at halftime. Bookmark this, over at halftime.
Wow.
Wow. Look, the baggers are 19. Blue baggers reckon Shannon Neal still counts with his fingers. So, look, I don't know what that means. It just means they're using, and I'm telling you, man, mate, I don't know, man. I think it could be all over for you this week. So the more you speak, the more confident I get, right? The more confident I get. Like, I'm telling you now, this could be a dark day. And I'm also going to put this for you, that because of Chris Scott and his brother just got sacked, I think it's going to play on his mind. He's not going to be able to coach properly, right? He's not going to be able to coach properly. This will affect him, and it's going to affect your team, man, because you know how Twins, you know, they got the same thoughts. And I'm thinking what's happening now that Brad's been sacked, I think his thoughts are going to like infiltrate Chris Scott's thoughts, and you could see a Geelong team playing a Essendon type of footy this week. That's what I'm seeing.
I hope not. Jeez, that'd be fucking horrible. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be doing my watch along at the Geelong zone. So I'm sure when Carlton are winning, all the Carlton fans from your show are just going to come streaming in, start abusing the hell out of me. So yeah, exactly. So just I'm doing my watch along on the Geelong zone.
We'll be doing a watch along also. So me and Bo, since I can't go to no more games, we'll be doing a watch along together now from now on. So actually, it's Dylan's going to be in it too. So we're going to have a 3-person watch along to the game. So you know what? Soon as we beat you, I'll be contacting you, my friend.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Rocco. You know, I love you, man. I'll put up with this. You know, it's all love, baby. It's all love. But I'm sure if we lose, you're absolutely going to give it to me. Absolutely. Wouldn't expect anything more from you.
I picked Geelong yesterday, and I've picked them in my tips. But after speaking to you and showing that this false winning mentality that you got, that I don't believe in. I think it's all an act. I'm now more confident that the Blues are going to win. What do you reckon, Manny's going to happen?
Look, I know that just quietly Carlton has got that sort of that confidence. So I know that they're slowly, thinking, what we're going. But having said that, I don't think it's fair to say that Carlton has actually played anyone competitive. I mean, the Doggies had a couple of. They've got injuries. They had a couple of more injuries on the day. Port is hot and cold. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to agree with the cat man. I think that the Carlton Football Club is going to.
You are the cat man.
They're going to get skinned. I reckon Carlton's going to. Is going to look. I don't think they're going to lose by 56 points, and I don't think it's going to be over after half time. But I think it's going to be a difficult task for Carlton. I think if Carlton manages to keep it within, say, 2-3 goals, I think they should be very proud of themselves.
All right, I don't accept any of that. I accept only winning from now on. Liam, you've gone from 4K into fucking like a dodo internet. But anyway, go for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix that. I don't know what's happening. My apologies.
Can you excuse me for a second, guys? I've got someone knocking on the door. I apologise.
Okay.
He's off.
And go, just a quick tip.
I've upset him. Look, it's, I don't know. You guys are confusing me with all. I think you're watching too many movies, Star Wars and telepathic twins and all that. I don't know what's happening there. No, look, I think with Geelong, I think it's similar. I think the pressure's on Geelong to actually perform in this game. Carlton, they've come out, they've had a change. I know Geelong's playing well, but they're probably going to be. I think Geelong would be a little worried coming into this game. They're going to think, hey, we're playing well. We can't really be dropping this one. It doesn't matter that Carlton have had a couple good wins and got a new coach. We're a good team. We're meant to be a top 4 side. We need to be performing. So yeah, I'd be a little worried if I was Geelong, to be honest. I don't think it's anywhere near a 56-point margin. Also, when I was looking at the tip, Carlton have a good record against you guys. So
Yeah, we do. It's one team that it's one
Yeah.
team. No matter where we are, we always play well against. So.
Yeah. Grand finals as well, Rocco. Grand finals.
That grand final, I still watch it on my
you guys don't win
VHS.
grand finals, so
So you reckon after all that, you're still going to pick Geelong, aren't you? Of course you are.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tip with my head, not with my heart, as you know.
I agree.
Well,
And that's
you're a
why
great bloke, but yeah, I still don't like Geelong.
Yeah, I know.
I come on the show. I praise Liam for the win against Essendon. You know, Sydney, you've got one job this week: destroy them. Absolutely destroy them for that. You know, that's disappointing, Liam.
I love it.
We'll see what happens. If you're backing up and beat Sydney, oh gee.
Marco, you
Yeah, look, I mean, Lucas, mate, you know what? I'm going with you on this one here, mate. I think the honeymoon is over for Carlton, and Geelong are playing some really decent football, mate. Top 4 side, so I think they'll beat them by 57 points, to be honest.
Oh, gee, thanks. No, thanks, Manny. Sorry, Mark. Glad. Have you still got that West Indies cap that you wore last year? Have you still got that?
I still have got that West Indies cap, and I'll be wearing it again once they start playing again. So,
fantastic! Despite you being Australian, you're going to support the West Indies. Fair enough.
On this again.
It's un-Australian, mate. It's un-Australian, mate. I disagree with that, mate. It's un-Australian, mate.
That's worse than supporting Essendon. That's how bad that is.
That is worse. It's not even in the same country.
You're not even back in your country, mate.
It's not even the same country. Like, what is going on in this world? Nah, listen, man. Anything you got left to say, Lucas?
I was just going to say it's not a Coach Lucas stream if cricket isn't talked about.
We love the cricket. It's my second favorite sport. So yeah, who is Australia playing this year? Is West Indies coming over?
They're playing Bangladesh in August in Australia. So I'll be doing a watch along for that game.
I'm going to join you.
Yeah, mate, I'm more than happy to have you on. There's a test match as well.
I'm joining you. I love watching the cricket. I'll definitely join you on that, and we'll watch the cricket. And for once, we'll be on the same team.
Yeah, well, that's the spirit of cricket. No matter who you support in AFL, rugby, soccer, we come together as one when we watch the cricket, don't we?
Exactly. Yeah, except for Mark.
Oh, Mark, yeah, no.
Sorry, mate.
The whole nation gets together except for Mark. He just fuck that. I'm not doing that shit, man.
I think Mark's on his phone now looking at Bangladesh hats to wear in August.
Absolutely amazing. Hey, listen, brother, thank you for jumping on. And you know what? I might get you on next week and we can talk about the result if you want.
Absolutely. I'll always come on your show. I'll always support you. I love you guys, Bo and Scott as well. I know they're in the chat. More than happy to come on, and you're always welcome on my show. Thank you guys so much for having me on, guys, and really do appreciate it. And just remember, Cats by 56.
Cats by 56. If anyone wants to make sure... he's gone.
I was going
to say, make sure you catch Coach Lucas. Get onto his streams, and that is a great guy. I don't know where Matty's gone, so he said someone's at the door. Could be Gino. At thing. So that was a great man. So all right, let's move on. Well, we don't need Manny for this because the next game is this one here. Don't worry about our game. At least we're going to be competitive. But I feel sorry for Tigers here. This could be an absolute. You're going to need to bring the Vaseline here because we've got Sydney and Richmond. That the SCG Sydney just got. So they're going to be angry. They're going to be angry, mate, and they're going to come on. They're coming after you, mate. Tell me about it, Liam. Oh, he's frozen. He's frozen. So we got Manny who's disappeared, and then we got. Oh, here he is. He's back. He's back. Tell us about it, mate. Talk to me, mate.
I will. But yeah, apologies. I don't know what's happening here. It's giving me the shits. There you go. I've broken my contract. I swore. Yeah. Look, we're riding the emotion. We've got to win. How good. But look, Sydney in Sydney. That's a pretty big ask for any team at the moment on their current forms. Yeah, look, as much as I want us to go in and have a good crack, yeah, realistically, it's going to be a tough one. I will say, though, back in 2024, when they went to the grand final and we finished bottom with 2 wins, one of our wins was against Sydney. So maybe there's something in that. I don't know. I'm interested to see how our team pans out. We actually finally may have a couple players coming back from injury. However, we've got our bye the following week. So I'm not really too sure if we want to risk travel into a game where we're not likely to win. So that'll be interesting to see. Look, I think again, if there's anything that I've learned from the games that we have won and played well in this year, it's when we move the ball quick and attack and really move well as a team. That's what I noticed more watching that live this week. It was the link up handballs and the willingness to run and, I guess come together as a team in that sense. I probably haven't said that the best, but when we did that, that's when we look at our best. And that's all I can ask for us in this game is let's run hard. Let's work together as a team. Let's have a crack. Same thing. We've got nothing to lose. Sydney's the favourites to win. They're a very good team. No one's expecting us to do anything, but hey, why not go out there, give it a big crack, and hopefully we can get a win. But yeah, I think Sydney might get us pretty well.
I think most of the chat are agreeing with you. Use a shit.
Yeah, I can't be upset about that, to be honest. As I've said, I think Sydney and Hawthorn have been the best teams for me this year. And Freo, but
I think you should be proud with what you guys did last week, because you got to remember something. You guys are struggling with players, and the Essendon Football Club has got so many players. Like they got players coming out of their hats, and they could change players around, even though they can't get the right players in. But you guys with injuries struck pretty hard with injuries. You guys should be very, very proud of yourselves. But having said that, you guys are now playing against a tier 1 team. Yeah, Essendon is a tier, very low tier. I mean, the tier is below the tier. So there's now now you're playing against big guns. So don't think for a moment that you've got a chance. I know that it's anyone's game, but it's not in this instance here. You guys have got no hope, and I think if the Swans really, really want to take this game serious, they're going to annihilate you guys. This should be over by quarter time. Actually, by half time, it should be all over. It should be good night, Irene. So
I mean, it is a real concern, man. Because you're right. I think it was West Coast they did it against this year. They won by like 20 goals. It was the same thing. They were just kind of like, no, we can get a big win here. So you're absolutely right. Yeah. I am worried it could happen. But like I said, more I just want to see like let's try to just play some positive football, not going with the attitude of, well, we're going to lose and we've got to bye next week and we can reset. Let's just be like, no, look, we've had a good win. Let's try ride some momentum. Let's give it a good crack.
Yeah.
As I said, we all know realistically it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, as a fan, you've got to have some faith in your team.
Always have faith, but really faith is for losers. And that's what you'll be this week. So yeah, so looking forward to a 67
point. 2 games and he's all over it, do you reckon? So
yeah, it's all over, mate. It's all over. Yeah. I don't even know. You're not even in our league, mate. Just like relax, man. You and Essendon there at the bottom there, and it's all over. So let's move to another second
bottom. There's a game.
There is another game going on. There is another game going on this week. There are plenty, but another rival game, and this is actually going to be a good game. It's at Marble at 7:35. I think I don't know when this is. This on the Saturday night?
Yeah, Saturday.
There you go. You got the doggies. Doggies have a bit of form now. Come back with a bit of form. Collingwood don't look the best. They've just lost Jamie Elliott. So this is a massive test, bro. This is a fucking massive test for Collingwood because you lose this and then all of a sudden the whispers start coming out. It's all over. Doggies are kind of back. You know what I mean? They've had some good wins. Massive game, Manny.
Yeah, no, you're right, Rocco. It is a massive game, and this is where you rely on not having injuries, and you rely on the big names to be able to be there and perform. And we lost our ruckman, and now we're going to start changing players around. But not taking anything away from the doggies because they've been a competitive side this year. And of course, the last maybe 5 weeks they've sort of been, hot and cold because of their injuries. But I still quietly feel confident that we're going to beat the doggies this week. I think there's going to be, there's going to be some. I don't know who the ins and outs are, but someone said to me that Bobby Hill might be a surprise. I haven't seen it yet. I heard something.
Has he been training or anything?
Sorry?
Has he been training? Like what's going on?
Yeah. He's been training. I think he's also now a proud dad. Another baby added to the Hill family. But look, it's two teams that have both got injuries. The doggies are looking a little bit better than the Magpies, but I think the Magpies are going to still put up a good fight, and I think they'll just get over the line with this one. And if they do, it'll be good for us. But if we don't, I think you're right, Rocco. This was where we're going to have a lot of rumours spreading around because you're going to get a lot of these other teams that are on the improve, and it's going to be a very long and tough season. The injuries, the fact that we've got a lot of mature players, and we predicted this a couple of years ago. We said if Collingwood doesn't win another flag in the next couple of years, that'll be it. And I think now it's fair to say that we're at a stage where we should be looking at going decline and then start rebuilding again, and hopefully maybe we can get some young players. And they step up, and things may look differently. But all right, looks like Bobby hasn't trained all week. So
I don't think he's training. And at the end of the day, man, like I know you're saying that, but at the end of the day, even if he had been training, I reckon it would be irresponsible to bring him in, and he's had no reserves, no nothing. Like he hasn't played for over a year. It'd be ridiculous. And to tell you the truth, I don't think McRae's that sort of coach. He's not going to go bring in someone who hasn't played. He doesn't need to, No, he's always said 1 in, 1 out. He's not going to go bring in someone like that. That's a bit of like a fantasy for you to bring in. But, mate, he's got to – mate, if I was – he'd have to have a long stint of good training, and then he would have to have like 2 or 3 weeks in the reserves before I'll consider bringing in a Bobby Hill because, mate, you can't just bring him in after a year. And he had issues. Remember, he had issues. They brought him back. He's had issues. So you need to get him back, right state of mind. So, Mark, you got anything to say? I know you would always have something to say about
Man. Look, I'm not going to push your buttons too much, Robbie there. Robbie. I don't want to rock, DJ.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that I was going to say that we've got Harrison Coe, who's a ruckman, who's coming from one of the new drafts. So,
he's a ruckman.
So
you know what, the geriatrics, mate. The geriatrics, mate. You know what? You got nothing else to play for anymore, mate. You got nothing else. Scott Pendlebury's done his 459,000th game. So Collingwood got nothing to play for anymore, mate. It's done. You finished. The year's fucking gone, mate. Just admit it, man. The Bulldogs are playing some good football. Collingwood, they lose. Mate, you've had your grand final already, mate. It was last week, and you just bet West Coast by fucking 10 points. Come on, mate. Get over it, mate. They're getting old. They're finished. They're finished, mate. You got nothing else to play for. Bulldogs will smash you this week, mate. They'll absolutely smash you this week, mate. 59 points.
Far out, 59
Wow.
points.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Wow. No. Oh, look. I think we'll get over the line against the Doggies this week, but I think it's going to be a big ask against the Melbourne Football Club next week with the big freeze. But we'll talk about that on next week's show. But you reckon 59 points there, Mark? All right. Well, fair enough.
59 points, mate. They'll give you a bout this
Yeah.
week. Colin, they've already played their final, mate. They're for the grand final last week. That was it. Scott Pendlebury now is finished. He won't play. They'll rest him for the rest of the year now. Finished. Yeah, Collingwood, mate. Far out. Fucking Collingwood. Jeez. What are they doing?
I think they were. When you look at it, I think it was right. They were right on the money when they decided to have him celebrate his milestone against the Eagles, because there was 90,000 supporters there, and it was fair to say that 80,000 were the Collingwood supporters. So, you know, market-wise, they did very, very well. The football club, the Collingwood Football Club, and like I said at the start, now that that's over, let's get towards getting the team into taking things more serious now, and hopefully we beat the Doggies, and it could be the start. I mean, when I say the start, we beat West Coast Eagles, and you can't take anything away from the West Coast Eagles, because they've been sort of inconsistent, and Collingwood hasn't been the team that it's been over the last couple of years. So teams do, as you three know, that teams can slow down a bit, and they get older and injuries and all that jazz. But no, I think we'll get over the line with this one, and and that's what I think. But
all right, enough talking shit with you guys. Seriously,
59 points.
They're all shit anyway. I don't know what's going to happen here, but it's going to. All I know is that this is a big game. This is a big game, man, and we'll see what happens. All right. Let's go, mate. We got another one. Let me get this up, as I forgot to put it up, but I'm going to try to get it up now. I should be able to do this. Here we go. I think that's going to come up now. Yes. All right, so I do know what I'm doing. Here you go. Essendon v. the Eagles over there after your coach got absolutely sacked and was thrown out to the gutter because he's destroyed your team. You've got a bunch of injuries. You're coming up against West Coast, who are actually in the last, after they got their thumping, they're actually playing some really good football now. They're back at home. I know Jez is going to be over there watching the game. He's going to be pumped. He wants to see pain for you. What do you reckon, Marco?
Well, good luck, Jezza, mate. Hopefully your team gets possibly not the points. But to be honest, it's a late game, isn't it? 7:25. Wow, I don't think there's ever been a game that late, to be quite honest.
That's how much they care about you guys.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to see this game. How late can we do it? 7 we can't go any further.
To be quite honest, Rocco, I think there will be a lot of people that will be interested in watching this game, obviously, to see what the response is now going to be like after sacking our coach. So, hopefully we just go out there and try and perform, to be quite honest. I don't know what to expect this week against the West Coast Eagles. Obviously, we need to bring in some players because we've got so many injuries. But anything can happen this week. But, I'm actually looking forward, not for anything, but I'm actually looking forward the next couple of weeks for the AFLW to start. So looking forward to supporting the Bombers, the girls out there. So I'll be out there taking my daughter out to Windy Hill and watching some of the girls' football, and hopefully they can get a lot more wins than what the boys are doing at the moment. So
it's not hard, mate, Mark.
Not hard at all, I think. But I'll be out there, taking my daughter out to go and watch a bit of women's football. But it's gonna be an interesting game for us guys. So I'm going to keep the faith, and I'm going to keep going with possibly that statistic or that percentage of winning after a coach being sacked. So Essendon will win by 15 points.
Listen, man, I've got someone online. He just wants to say something to you.
Can I just say that of all the idiots, in all the idiot villages, in all the idiot worlds, you stand alone, my friend.
I'd rather be a loner, mate. I'd love to be a loner.
You will not give up on this. You will back them to the tee, even when they are just so shit out. But good on you for backing them. I just don't think. I don't think they can do it, man. They haven't been playing well as it is, and plus you got some more injuries. So it's going to be a tough. But we'll see. We'll see if this sugar hit of coaches getting sacked works.
No.
But
I couldn't see it. Forget it. They're in Lala. Well, forget it.
As Christian Perry says, Essendon are beyond fixable, Mark. Go get heard, please. So you have got some. I just think that, and then he follows on with just so Hurd can pull them down even further. So.
Was he one of the 60%, Mark?
Yeah, I think he was one of the 60%.
He's not an Essendon supporter, obviously, is he?
It did go from 60 to 50, so it might keep going down. Yeah, everyone wants Hurd in, mate. What can I say? Everyone wants Hurd in.
That's right. See, jumping on the bandwagon now.
No, that's all good, man. We want Hurd too, don't we, guys? We want Hurd in.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, listen. What I did do, because my mind's been all over the place, is I did forget to put up the ladder. But Manny, we don't need a ladder, because the way Manny's going to read this now, right? We're going to visualize it. We're going to fucking visualize this. Don't disappoint me. You've got the headpiece on. You look like you
turn the camera off, Manny. Turn the camera off, man. Do it as a radio. Do it as a radio, man.
I do it like a DJ. I do it like a DJ. They do it like a DJ. I do it like a DJ. Anyway, look, I think the reality is that you've got Fremantle and Sydney. They're the two teams that are starting to set the benchmark for the rest of the season. And of course, let's not forget that the Geelong Football Club is sitting pretty there at the moment, and they've got a training session against the Carlton Football Club this week. And of course, according to Cats, it's going to be over by half time. Anyway, moving to the most serious part of the business end, and that is the Carlton Football Club. They're slowly starting to win games, and the fans are starting to get excited. And of course, the Bombers, they've hit rock bottom, and like usual, Mark, 70% is your percentage, which is it's good to see. Last year, I think you guys averaged about 64%. So you guys are doing okay. You should be proud of your lot. One game in 25 games, and of course, Richmond beat you guys with
they're off the bottom of the ladder, mate. They're off the bottom of the ladder.
That's it, mate. No
players.
Right,
which was good, mate.
I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long season for our teams. And at the moment, I'm just looking at the ladder, and I can tell you that you've got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 teams, interstate teams that are looking good. And then, of course, you've got Adelaide Crows and Brisbane. And Brisbane, geez, they got a beating, didn't they? They didn't look too good. But I think it's going to be a tough season for us four. But I'm still keeping the faith. We're still in the 10th, which means I'll be playing finals football at the moment. And all I can say is that it is going to be a long season. And that's back to you, Rocco.
Mate, go the fucking Mighty Blues, mate. Look at this, mate. Look at the Blues.
Mate.
Fucking go.
There you go, mate.
I have got
You're the
someone
best
out.
team in the bottom 4. There you go. That's it.
Mate,
oh, yeah.
we're back. Now, there is someone that I want to just get on quickly. He was a great Carlton player, this bloke, and he just wants to say a few words about the Mighty Blues. I'm going to ask him a question. Are the Blues back? And Kuda, what do you reckon? Yes, mate. Look at him. Are they back? Yes, mate. How good are we, mate? What do you reckon? You reckon we can make the bloody finals? Oh, yeah. Look, he's fucking full on, mate. Well done, Kuda. Hey, how good are we, mate? How good are we? Oh, no. Look at him. He's loving it, mate. He's loving it. Go that fucking Kuda, mate. I don't fucking blues.
Mate. Yeah, mate.
Could afford
God.
Moody's.
Wow.
That's a coach.
All
That's a
right.
coach audition there.
I'm telling you, we should get back Cooter. Hey, make him coach. He's never
Yes.
coached in his life, right? He's never been a coach in his life. He hasn't played for fucking 20 years. I reckon we should get Cooter back. And you know what else he should do? Carl should be sponsored by Souvlaki Hut. What do you reckon? Souvlaki
Whoa,
Hut.
how good.
Souvlaki, are they still
I
around?
love that.
Nah. Well,
No,
shut up,
no.
Liam. What do you know about food? Souvlaki Hut was shit ass. They were the worst souvlakis in the world. That
I
was
just
like going to
love
Macca's
Souvlaki
for a
in general,
burger.
but, no.
Yeah.
They were like going to Macca's for a burger, mate. They were shit ass. No, they were the worst. They were the
Yeah,
worst.
that's right. What is that? The fillet of tit. Sorry, no, fillet of fish. Yeah, that's a pretty
No.
average
They were
burger.
terrible, man. They
Average
were terrible.
burger.
They were fucking terrible. The worst souvlakis ever, man. But they were really. When you talk fast food, they were fast food. That was fast food souvlaki. But anyway, hey, listen. Before we go on to the next section, I just want to say that we also, you reminded me, there was the mid-season draft, and we picked up Flynn Riley, big ruckman, could be the best player out there, right? This bloke is a gun. No, I only saw a few. I didn't know who he was, but I saw a few highlights of him. He looks all right. He looks big enough. So I think he's just like, you know, he just can be a kid that we're going to be working on and see how he goes. But yeah, he looks like he's got a bit of size about him. So we went for another ruckman. So welcome to Flynn Riley to the Carlton Football Club. So yeah, Collingwood and Carlton both went for ruckmans, you know. So we went from losing our ruckman. Now we've got heaps of ruckman. But can I just give you a stat about the ruckman that left us? Can I give you a bit of a stat about $1.7 million fucking dud? Right? Let's talk about him. In 2025, he was the 11th best ruckman. So just in the middle there. Everyone giving him 1.7. And he was the 65th ranked player in the competition. Right? Decent, but the best. I mean, when you're getting 1.7, you should be 1-1, shouldn't you? Right? This year, he's gone over 1.7 mil. He's now the 21st best ruckman. 21. There's only fucking 18 teams. He's not even good in the fucking. Right? That's pretty bad. And guess what ranking he is out of the whole competition? 246 now. 246th ranked player. Absolute Saints, whatever. Pick up your 1.7. If that's what you're paying 1.7 for, the 21st best ruckman, and 1 point. Man, Piternet's fucking higher than him, mate. Pitternet. So
A couple of years ago, Rocco, you guys were saying he was the next best thing to sliced bread.
and we
I
were
remember.
right.
I
I'm
remember.
glad
When,
he left fucking.
well, you know, I remember when you did the show, the live show in Reservoir in Broadway there, and everybody was saying, "Oh, TDK, there's that." I remember even Lana was saying, "Oh, TDK, he's wonderful." Well,
But
guess
he's not,
what?
and he's gone. So stuff him.
He's not. Yeah, that's right.
We were wrong.
So there's
Stuff him.
some good things that you guys have done, and that's what I like about the Carlton Football Club. They made a decision and they got rid of the duds, and that's what the Essendon Football Club needs to do now.
Exactly
They
right.
need to start getting rid of the duds.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Starting, man.
Sorry,
We're
they're bringing in the duds now. Sorry, they got now. I
They've got
heard
it the wrong
they're
way
bringing
round.
in the duds. That's what I heard, that they're bringing in the duds. So that'll be interesting to see.
Get up, play on words,
I
mate.
heard something. All right, so we got that. All right, let's quickly go and let's do this one here. It's far out. I actually wanted to say at the start of the show, it's been a rough week. I just want a quick show tonight, and we're coming up to 2.5 hours. So you guys do not fucking hold out. You've got too much talking, but we have got some games this week, so we're going to do the old Liam, as you can see, I think there's only 2 differences, is there? In the whole, there's Manny's gone Collingwood. We've all gone thing. Yeah, me and Manny have gone West Coast. Liam they got thing, and the rest look the same. So yeah, and it's there's a bye week, so the byes are Adelaide, the Suns, and North, and Port Adelaide. Liam, tell us about the other games.
Right, yo, tomorrow night we're back on the big Saints with the 21st best ruckman in the league against Hawthorn, who I think Hawthorn are a very good team. As I said, they're one of my premiership favourites, so they'll get the job done tomorrow night. The big one, Carlton and Geelong. We don't have margins for that. Lucas said 56 points. I'm going to say 8 points to Geelong. But I hope it's a good game. We'll see what happens. Then Saturday, my game against the Sydney Swans. I know a few people reckon it could get a bit ugly, but yeah, look, they're going to beat us, unfortunately. Move on. Brisbane, Freo, Gabba. This is a really interesting one, how Brisbane respond, because, yeah, they sucked pretty hard. And Fremantle have won 10 in a row, first time in their history. So it's a surprise we've all got against them, to be honest, considering they're the form team. Saturday, Bulldogs versus Collingwood. Yeah, look, Collingwood, I'm just not feeling it with them. Part of it's because I don't like them. I do apologise, Manny, but
No,
I think Bulldogs get some players back maybe. So, and they're good at Marble. Then Sunday, up in Darwin again, I believe. Melbourne and the Giants. I think Melbourne played pretty well up there. Giants, I still can't believe they had a big performance, but yeah, Melbourne will bounce back. And then the new coach game. Does the new coach bounce happen? I just have a feeling it might. West Coast have put together a couple good performances, but they can very easily put together a bad performance as well. But I'm actually back home for this one, so I'll be there. So I'll let you know. That's the tips.
Are you back home? Are you?
Yeah, going home for a couple of weeks, just for a break while I've got some time off from class before I get back for the last little bit.
I like it.
Oh,
well,
good on you.
You know what? Say hi to Jezza and the family, man, and yeah, and good luck
Absolutely.
to the West Coast. You going to the game, are you?
I hope so. Yeah, I've got to get the ticket.
You don't know because it's always a sell out there. So, and now that West Coast have won a few games, or played well at least, they'll be out in force.
I think that's why it's at the later time slot, because it's WA Day. It's the public holiday the next day over there. So maybe that's
I'll have
why.
to say, man, WA, the ground there is one of the great grounds to watch footy, man. I like it, man. It really is a good ground. So that's it. Let's get into this. Liam's been waiting for this. He's slowly. Well, he hasn't pushed away too much, but he looks like he's got a commanding lead.
I think we only had 5 last week.
Yeah. Well, we all played shit. I think Manny got 5. I think me and Mark might have got 4 each. I think we completely, I mean, you know, in our tipping for TJP, the kiss of death bet us all because all the fucking non-favourites pretty much won at the end, you know, like, so I'm keeping in there. I said I'm not going to finish last. I'm slowly catching up now. I've caught up, you know, like we're only like a 2 in front, a max 2 in front of me. So don't worry. I'll be getting there, mate. And I reckon a big one by me this week, 6. I should get this done. I should slowly catch up. So well done, Liam, so far. But I'm waiting for your downfall.
Yeah, I'm just very surprised. I'm very surprised with that Liam. That Liam is doing so well in the tipping. I'm very surprised.
Yeah, you're doing very well. We're doing very
well.
All right. I am surprised that you're winning at all. Like, I didn't think that.
I'm surprised too. Yeah. Right.
All right, listen, guys. I think we've come to that time of the bloody night where we've got the quiz here. Just got a bit of an itchy fucking head here, mate. So, what do you reckon, Kuda? Is it time for the quiz? Yeah, it's time for the quiz. Hey, let's get this let's get this happening, man. Let's have a bit of fun. Everyone got their numbers. We'll go back to the old system. So if you haven't got your numbers, write down some numbers so we can show everyone the numbers. And we'll go for this quiz. What do you reckon? We'll have a bit of fun. Everyone join in the chat. And we've got a little bit about everything bumper quiz. Yeah, well done to Liam last week for taking out the first challenge of the year.
I told you, boys. I've been telling you, I'm not just a pretty face, mate.
Oh,
there is a brain there somewhere.
If you think that, you really are in trouble, bro. So let's go. Are we ready? Is everyone ready in the chat? Let's get this up.
Mate.
All right. I'm going to work over on this side. Here we go. Let's start. We're going to do the same thing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, put up the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then and just mark down your crosses for your wrong. It's a 30-question quiz. Mark down your crosses, and then we can see and we can do this. All right, let's go. First one here. Not happy, Jan. Is the closing line in an ad for which brand?
Wait, are we doing like 1, 2, like the top two are 1 and 2, and then it's 3 and 4?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So left to right, down. Yeah. So what do we got? 4, 4, 4. Is everyone got what you got, Mark?
Number 4.
Yeah.
Yellow pages.
No one can forget that. Right. Next one. What are the first empire of China's funerary? Is that what it says? Funerary statues made from. Okay, I know this one, I reckon. Everyone? I don't know that word. Are we on?
4.
What's everyone got?
4.
I'm going to say 4, and it's terracotta. So 2 of you got it wrong. How much of the world's first feature film? How much of the world's first feature film, an hour long, the story of Kelly Gang, is known to have survived? I don't know about this, but
that's a terrible.
I'm going to go 3. I can't see your one, Manny. There you go. 1, 2. Oh, we got 1. We got a couple of 2s. I'm going to go for number 3, I reckon. Number 1. Whoever got that right.
I got that one.
All right, next one. What does Pocahontas marry in the Disney? Who does Pocahontas marry in the Disney?
Pocahontas.
Marry in the Pocahontas 2. Far out. I'm gonna say 1. So that's it. Wrong. Whoever didn't pick 3 is wrong.
Yep.
Who created Wonder Woman in 1941? Oh, gee. I'm gonna go for the obvious.
Nah.
3.
Oh, okay.
This is good. All right. Where did Thomas Burberry open his first shop in 1856? Burberry. Far out.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna guess here, but I'm gonna say 4.
I'm gonna say 2.
1.
No one got it. Great.
Wait, I'll tell you what, this is not good. Whatever that says, Dreibig is a German.
Dreibig.
Dreibig is a German term for which number? Fuck.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say.
I'm not even getting the questions right that are in English, mate. How am I meant to get the German one?
Yes, I got 1. Fucking go, the mighty boys.
I got that one too.
What toy do Howard and Myron struggled to buy their sons in the jingle all the way.
This is good. I finally know one.
Oh man, I'm gonna go 2.
I'm going to go with number 3.
It's 4.
It is 4.
Nice. I knew that one.
Which song did Midnight Oil play at the Sydney 2000 closing ceremony wearing sorry clothes?
Number 1.
What's the
I'd be
most
I'm
surprised
gonna
if
say-
it isn't.
It could be
Could
Blue
be
Sky
number-
Mine, it could be Beds Are Burning. I'm gonna
Could be-
go
could be
1.
three.
I'm gonna go 1.
I think it could be
Yes.
3. But yeah. All right, that's cool.
The original FIFA World Cup trophy was stolen from which headquarters in I fucking know. You're joking. It got stolen. I reckon. I don't know. I'm gonna go 4. Uruguay.
Okay.
Why not?
Let's go the Italian.
Brazilian.
Ooh.
Let's see. Excise and GST. Is that how you say that?
Excise and GST constitute
Yeah, excise.
approximately what proportion of the price of a full strength beer carton?
I've got. Thanks to Top Dog Liquor, he would know this. I'm going to go
Yes.
40%.
Number 4.
Yeah, everyone knows, man. They take a lot, these pricks.
Again.
Jigma Yugen, second in line to the throne of Bhutan.
Bhutan.
Is
Yeah,
a-
Bhutan.
Is a member of which royal house? This is hard,
That's
man.
it, yeah. Up the wangs.
I'm gonna say 2.
I'm going to say 4.
Oh, yes. Up the wang chuck. Absolutely. How good.
Where
Wang
was
Chung.
Saint Joan of Arc martyred? Far out. I'm gonna say 3.
I think.
I'm going to say 1.
I don't know why.
3. I was right.
Oh,
Thank you
nice.
very much.
Hold on.
The Kaaba is located within which mosque? I'm gonna say 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 3.
All right. 3 was right.
Oh, man.
Members of the Hitler Youth was mandatory from what age in 1939? Oh, this is an interesting one. I'm going to say, I reckon he went really low. I reckon he went 14 years old.
I'll go for number 2.
10-year-old.
Number 1.
Gonna say
What?
I've heard that.
He just
somewhere.
said 10 years old, mate. That's it.
Yeah.
You're 10, you go to
I've
war.
heard that
Unbelievable.
somewhere.
Far out. Which title did Rome give Julius Caesar in perpetuity? Is it perpetuity? In 44 BC.
Oh, you should know this one. You should know this one.
No, but I'm going to say
Thank you.
number 3.
I'm going to say number. I'm going to say number 2.
Yeah, it could be. You're right. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is bad. Australia were deployed in which country in Operation Astute? Far out.
It is.
I'm going to go 2.
I think it's.
I'm going to go 4.
1. East Timor. Mate, this is
good.
bad. We're
Good.
looking bad here. We're looking bad here.
I'm,
Who is the
I'm
most
doing
recent?
all right.
You probably are. Who is the most recent recipient of the Victorian Cross in Australia? Oh, far out.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know why I said oh, far out. I got no idea.
It's number
no,
3.
Number
I'm going to
3.
go 3 anyway.
Number
but
Number 3.
I don't know.
know.
Number 2.
Fuck.
Which nation's flag is illustrated above?
That's wrong.
Oh, okay.
That is. I'm good.
Very
with
nice.
That there.
It's not Kazakhstan.
Come on, put your numbers up.
It's three. It's Georgia.
It is number 3.
Oh, well done.
I'm good with flags.
Kirk,
Yeah.
the equal largest island in Adriatic, is part of which nation? I'm going to go 4.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 3.
Could be
3, all right.
Oh, yeah, nice. Well done. Well done.
Right, this is bad. We look bad here. Which is the largest city along the course of the Murray River? Wow, come on, man.
Albury, Chuka, Mildura, Wodonga. That's 4.
Is it? I don't know.
Number 1. Number 1 for me.
2.
I'm going to go 3. We'll see. Oh, number 1 is right. I should have said it.
Again, nice.
Which of the following ocean liners is still in service?
Um,
I'm going to go 4.
Yeah, I'm going to go for number 2. Number 2.
Oh, I was correct.
Oh.
Which did Alexander Graham Bell first successfully transmit clear speech by telephone? When? Oh, when? I'm going to go in.
Pretty sure it was.
I'm going to go number 3.
Yeah.
I'm going to go number 2.
3.
No.
All right. When was the last flight of NASA's space shuttle program? Oh, that's interesting. That's, I'm going to say, in. It would have to be.
I picked it up. So 2.
I'm going to go 2.
I'll go in 1.
Oh, you fucked up. It was 2. Which term denotes the condition where the color of the eyes is different to the other? Oh, fuck.
Oh, go down. It's
1.
I think it's
It's a Greek word.
I think it's 4.
Four.
I think it's over and over.
It's number 1.
Oh, it is 1. You're right.
It is 1.
It's a Greek word. It's a Greek word.
How is hemophilia?
Hemophilia.
Hemophilia
Usually acquired.
acquired. I'm going to go 3. It's inherited.
I'm going to say 1.
Right. I know it's to do.
Yes, I got it right. Fuck. No, I don't know what I'm happy about. I'm fucking losing bad here. Which isotope of uranium accounts for 99% of all uranium?
Wow.
It just looked like
Wow.
numbers to me.
They're just numbers to me, but I'm going to say 1.
I'll go 4 with Liam.
I'm going to say 3.
Yes!
Man, come on.
I'm like a fucking scientist here, mate.
That's
I'm
a
like a
guess.
scientist.
That's a guess.
Which of the 4 fundamental forces is dominated in interaction between atoms and molecules?
Force the dominance in interaction between atoms.
You got it?
Picked it up, but
I'm going to go 1, 2.
I'm going to say 1 also.
Yeah.
no,
I thought so.
I do know it.
We have got 2 more questions. According to Hooke's law, which is the force required to extend a compass, a compress a spring proportional to? Which force requires to extend or compress a spring proportional to? Oh, yeah. I'm going to say.
I'll say 1.
I'm going to say 3.
4.
2.
Ooh,
All right, last question. What species of wildcat illustrated above?
Cod, Mulgrey, Ocelot.
oh yeah, this one, yeah.
I'm going to say 4.
That's number 3.
Number 3.
It is number 3. All right.
Oh, nice.
So I got 13 out of 30 correct. Far out. That's sad. Sorry, people in the chat. I am an absolute dude.
I got 14.
Oh, fuck it hell. I lost to Manny. No chance. All right, go. What's next?
Wow.
I
You
got
got
above 50. I got 16 out of 30. 16.
So So I come third.
did
Mark
all right.
come last. Yeah.
I knew a few of them. I fluked a few of them. For sure.
I knew a few of them, and then I had
There's a
no
couple of
fucking
them.
idea on most of them. I'll tell you right now. I knew a few and had no idea on the rest. Like some of them, just pure guesses. But yeah, 14 wrong, Rocco Moro. So you got 16. So you would have been in front with thing. The Geelong. He got 7 out of 30. I love his honesty, man. He just Bocek. I got 13. What, wrong or right? Oh, you got 13. So you're like me, Bocek, man. Me and you, man. We're the same. Rocco Model 3. Oh, they're just adding. I got Enzo Valentino. He got 5 right. Hey, Petra Khan, he got, what did you get? 9 wrong or 9 right, Petra Khan? There's no way you got 9 wrong. Right. I got 5 right, and that's funny, man. Didn't keep count. I got fuck all. By Lana. I didn't keep count. We got fuck all. That's a good way. I was just watching. Look, Oz thinks, you know what? I'm not even going to enter this shit. I got no fucking
That's
idea.
fair.
Petra Khan got 9 right. I beat Petra Khan. I'm a winner tonight because I know Petra Khan. He's a star, that bloke. Better than 4. He goes better than the 4 I got on my Monday show. Fuck it.
Hey.
We are all I got to say is we're all dead shits here, man. But we did okay, I reckon. That was a pretty tough quiz. All right, we're coming to the end of the show. I mean, if you did, I'm going to state something now, Manny. If you disappoint us, you are off this. You're not doing it. Pressure's on, mate. Pressure's on.
All right. So, a chap's walked into the into a Italian deli, and he's looking at all the salamis. Anyway, he sees this really large salami, and he says to the gentleman working behind the counter, "Oh, excuse me, sir, but how much is that salami over there?" He says, "Oh, that's the big size." He says, "That's $8 for the whole thing." He goes, He goes, "What about that one there?" He goes, "The medium size one." He goes, "I've got it on special for $6. And he goes, "Okay, you know what? I'll take that one." So the chap behind the counter says, "Would you like me to slice it for you, sir?" He says, "What do you think my asshole is? A money box?"
I knew that was coming there. I don't know. I'm going to leave this up to the chat here. I'm going to leave this up to the chat.
Come on, man. It's a funny little joke. Take it.
I thought it was quite funny, but I knew it was coming. All right, we got him. Here we go. He loves it. The Geelong zone, he just doesn't like it. Peter's giving you the thumbs up, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Bocek, he thinks that's poo. He doesn't like it. Well, we got Blue Baggers. Manny really knows how to paint a mental picture. Yes, he does.
Oh, boy.
Petra Khan laughed at it. So Chris laughed at it. Dylan just loves you. I think he wants you to be his dad. You're the GOAT, Manny. He's loving it.
Thanks very much, Dylan. Thanks very much.
Magpie Army Chronicles, the great man. Thank you. I also like to thank Magpie Army Chronicles. He messaged me, so thank you very much, my friend. He reckons, apologize, Manny, he's offended. So there you go. I'm paying. So Lana, she thought it was terrible, but she's paying it, Manny. She's giving it to you.
Thank you.
No.
Lana.
Don't encourage him, Bocek. Sit back and shut up. Don't encourage the fucking bloke. Oh, deep free. Rocco Model really
he wants me to go deeper.
Yes, Rocco Model's got a very sick sense of humor, though. All right.
Did I tell you about the one with the penguin?
No, here we go. This is all your fault.
So there's a penguin. Anyway, it was a hot day. He's driving his car's overheating, so he pulls into a service station and he says to the mechanic, "Do me a favor, mate, have a look at my car. My car's overheating, and it's a hot day. I don't know." And he says, "Anyway," he says, "while I'm waiting," he says, "anywhere I can go and get something to cool down." He says, "Because I'm a penguin, and I like the cold weather and it's too hot." And he says to him, "Listen, there's a service station across a shop across the road. Go and get yourself a cold drink, and you should." Anyway, so he's gone over to the store across the road, and he thought, "You know what? I'm going to have myself an ice cream." And of course, the penguin, the poor bastard, because he's got no hands to hold the ice cream, while he was eating the ice cream, he had ice cream all over himself. And anyway, long story short, he's finally gone across the road to the service station, to the garage, and he says to the anyway, while he walks into the service, to the workshop, the mechanic says, "Oh, look," he goes, "looks like you've blown a seal." He goes, "Actually, no, I've just had some ice cream."
Oh, gee.
Blown a seal on the car.
The Geelong zone, he just asked, why is the penguin driving the car, which is a fair question. But he laughed at it. So, look, Bo, actually, Bocheck enjoyed that one. He enjoyed that one there.
Okay. All right.
Look, we got Blue Bagger. He reckons that's ridiculous because penguins can't talk.
That's right.
Oz, he doesn't like it at all. But Oz did say something just before, and what everyone's been waiting for. Mark's bet. Richard Franco. You thought we forgot, did you? I've got it written down right here, mate. I've got it written down, and it better be a good one.
We can maybe have another bet as well. How are we going on a likes procedure? So if we're not creeping up to a certain amount of likes, I'm not doing it. So where are we at?
No.
You're going to do it.
These bullshit excuses. Come on.
That doesn't change
the lyrics. I'll see if I can find it.
We should get more likes, just Quali. He's correct, but he is going to do it, that's for sure. But let's get the likes up. Come on, people, man. We've put ourselves out there this week, man. We've come back. I think it's been a good show. We've had all sorts of stuff, and now we're going to finish off with an Essendon supporter singing a Richmond song. What else do you want for a Wednesday night, guys? What else do you want?
That's right.
All right, Liam.
Here we go.
Everyone get ready. All right, let's go.
Come on, Mark.
Here we go, quickly. Here we go. Okay. Oh, we're from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather, you will see us with a grin.
Boom.
Head and sin.
Boom.
If we're behind and never mind around a window, we're from Tigerland. We never wake until the final siren's gone. Like the Tigers of old, we've all got small balls, or we're from Tiger.
Black.
Tigerland.
I knew you were going to add that. I knew you were going to add it. Come on, that's good enough. I'm going to take that.
Still cheeky. Right. Oh, well done. That's good.
Look, can I just say that I'm willing to accept the fact that you'll sing the song, but in the future, if it's going to be a rivals game, I want a bet that's got a little bit more credibility and it's something that's got a bit more balls behind it. To sing a song, what's that? Okay, you sing the song, big deal. You know what I mean? I'd like to see you maybe paint your face yellow and black, or do something that's going to be, I don't care if you eat 6-7 chilies and your mouth is burning and your eyes are crying out of your ears. But as far as I'm concerned, we'll accept it for this time around. But next time, rivalry means rivalry. You got to go back to what Rocco used to do. Jumping naked in the cold water, the beach, and and all that kind of stuff.
We've got a big rivalry game coming up soon. The Corton Cup there. Apparently, Carlton and Essendon. So let's some viewers get some ideas going, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah. I know it's not a rivalry. I know it's not a rivalry.
Pick your punishment. That's bad.
Yeah. I know, mate. They'll be relentless, man. We can't let them pick our punishment because we'll be done. I know, just quietly, there's a few people out there. I don't want to see the punishment that they want to give me. been hearing it all week, so I don't want them to tell me about any punishment. But the Geelong zone, if Geelong win, Rocco, you will sing the Geelong song. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it for you because you've been a great man, and I want to see you come in next week and sing the Cowan song. So whoever the win, because I said I'll get him back on so we can talk about the game this week, I will sing the filth song because they give me the bloody shits. All right, done. Look at this one. Next punishment is becoming Essendon's coach. You can't do that to anyone, man. That's just not right, mate. That's just not right. That's unfair. And he said he will sing, and you know what? He will too. Lucas will sing at full gusto. I can just see him singing at full gusto. But yeah, let's do it. Hey, listen, guys.
Hate the Carlton song.
I think it's been a good show tonight. Well done. Mark did cop it at the start. We went flat out at him, but he stood strong. He stood strong and he stood up for his team, which is the main thing. So fantastic, everyone in the chat. Been a great support to me, the channel, and Fourever Rivals, and we thank you, man. Without you, it was a great night tonight. There was a lot of people on. Thank you for keep watching us. We'll just keep trying to entertain, and all I can say is the mighty Blues.
Nah, go Tigers.
Here we go.
Get it on.
Yeah, go the Blues. And I'm telling you, mate, the Blues are back, mate. The mighty Blues are fucking back. Here we go. The mighty Blues are back. Go the mighty Blues. Oh, wait, before you go, we've got all the shows coming up. Don't worry about it, man. They're all back, mate. Tomorrow night we're going to do we've got the Selection Blues, and then we've got Game Day with me and Bo. Me and Bo are going to do Game Day together. And then we've got an emergency meeting. So that's going to be great Game Day. We're going to have lots of fun on that one. Emergency meeting, and then we've got the Blue Sunday with David Rees-Jones. Monday Night Banters is back. We're back on Monday. You ask the questions, we answer them. And then back to TJP. We've got two great guests. Hey, we've got an amazing man coming on. He's going to be on, support us. So that, thanks to our Top Dog Liquor. Thanks to everyone in the chat. And just remember, we are the Navy. I'm just trying to find the thing. We are the Navy. You're not doing it? Where is this fucking thing, mate? Like, I'm getting pissed off now. I'm trying to find this last thing, and I can't find it, man. All right. You know what? I don't know what's happened to it. I'm getting pissed off here.
You can't find
I'm getting bloody pissed off here. I'm getting pissed off. Man, it's all over the place. They've taken it away from me. All right, let's go. All right, see the Mighty Blues. Which one do you want to play? No, I don't want to play. All right, I'm just going to end the stream. Go Blues.
Go Dons.
Hot